But I'm telling you, those noodles.
Every time you open your iPad, it's horse porn. We're not interested. That's weird.
You say that now.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Wileyverse.
Oh, wow.
We're on. You're on. I'll show you an on. I don't know. This is the Wileyverse. Every week we play some Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. In this specific campaign, we are all playing Dragonborn. As the name Dragonborn Salvation, which I don't even think is on there anymore. Well, I have to put that back up. Dragonborn Salvation is the campaign. The group is all Dragonborn from the same clan on an epic adventure to save their home.
About to die.
About to die. This week's little summary is... The group finally makes it to Neverwinter with a hunted werewolf girl in tow, only to be ambushed by their at the gates by their nemesis, a red drake, and the werewolf hunters. They're not working together, by the way. The werewolf hunters and the drake kind of came separately.
Oh, I thought about it. I've had a week to think about that. Right?
So with me, as always, starting in the middle, the meat in the middle of the sandwich right there, Mitch.
Oh,
Mitch in the middle.
Because you're over there.
Yeah, I'm on the side here. Like I'm off in my own little god world. Now with the black shirt, it's like a floating.
It's not so much meat as thinly sliced prosciutto.
You're Zardos.
So we have Mitch playing Xeranax. Tell everyone about your character.
I am a arcane trickster who decided to better our clan's wealth by becoming a trader for a number of years, and so I'm versed in sailing and underhanded tricks.
And on the end there, we have Robert playing Rofras.
That's true. I am playing Rofras, a proud and true soldier of Clan Goldath. Not many answered the call, but when our Lord Savroth over there was shown the glory of Bahamut, I was there to answer the call, and now I guide. Well, sorry, he guides us. I protect the prince in my awesomely biceply way, but probably to die tonight doing that thing.
And last but certainly most is Savroth, played by Dayton over here.
Thank you. This is exactly what I wanted to be.
I'm Savroth Goldat. I'm a cleric of Bahamut. I was bestowed some powers by him, though not a full believer, I guess you could say. But I was given a message by a mysterious individual that has led us down this quest path to save basically our race from possible annihilation. And I am running the game, but also playing the NPC Ayasa, an enigmatic wizard of the clan Goldath, who was instrumental on the first breadcrumb of this adventure, that got them out of their land and into the lands of the men, into the lands of humans.
And who has mostly since remained silent except for that one really cool fireball.
Lots of fireballs. Geostellar 4, thanks for watching. What do we got here?
Do you want to hear the kind of dumbest way of doing a warlock? Going Arcfiend pact, but instead of some random Arcfiend, you basically make a pact with the genie from Aladdin, where the task is spread joy and fun wherever you go with your spells, protecting people and free. Wouldn't that be the Fey Pact? Wouldn't that be kind of Fey Pact right there?
They're more elemental. I mean, there really isn't an elemental warlock because there's not too many. I mean, I guess you could do primordials.
See that empty glass that's on the coaster?
This empty glass on this coaster right here?
You can move that, put your can on the coaster.
Yeah. That's what coasters are for.
Whoa. I just learned about coasters.
Archfey, yes.
Archfey.
But Djinn are elementals and should be underneath primordials.
and I don't know of Warlock Primordial packs.
That could be a fun path.
It's normally like druids and things like that tap into the primordial stuff.
Yeah, but they got that furry thing going on. No?
Alright, so our group had finally reached Neverwinter, where they're trying to go to get information about a Dwarven forge, a god forge, so they can forge a large ass piece of platinum, a metal that may be from the realm of Bahamut himself.
Talking about Zunche?
Zunche.
Yeah.
When they got to the gates, they heard cries, and a red drake is descending upon them. A red drake that they have seen before. Twice.
Who's kicked our ass how many times?
0.
Twice.
Oh. I like your attitude.
Yeah. Dropped you once to death saves.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But as a group, we've come out of it. We've run it off twice.
Well, let's see how you do today.
It's evening, we can say night.
Because it doesn't have friends per se, but there's more than just the Drake.
There are werewolf hunters because you picked up a werewolf. Or unobtainium.
Platinumanium. Yeah.
Platinumanium sounds better than Australium or unobtainium.
Unobtainium is the dumbest thing.
Right?
I love when that movie came out. Avatar's so good. Like, this movie sucks.
You didn't like it?
It was exciting at parts, but it didn't deserve the cocksuck that everybody gave it.
Did they really get a cocksuck?
Oh my god, people were losing their goddamn minds. People killed themselves because it wasn't real.
Did they really?
Yes, there was a large number of people, I don't want to say large, but it was like 7 to 14 people that killed themselves because they could never visit the planet of Avatar. That it was never real, they would never experience it, and that wasn't real.
Wow. No, I mean, people shouldn't kill themselves, but like, that's a pretty cool planet. You get little head
May have been a little
tendrils.
too real for some fans who say they have experienced depression and suicidal thoughts after seeing the film because they long to enjoy the beauty of the alien world Pandora in 2010. And since this was posted, at least 2 to 7 people had killed themselves based on that very description.
I hear Seattle's really beautiful, and that's why
they could just go to wait till Disney World opened up the theme park and down there.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
I was like,
well, they killed themselves a few years too early. They could just, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like when that movie came out, I was like, "Ooh, Unobtainium!" I'm like, "This movie's terrible." Everybody gave me such a hard time. Yeah, everybody gave me such a hard time when I said that I didn't like the movie. I was like, I didn't like this movie, and my friends were like, "What?" And then 5 years later, everyone's like, "Well, I get it. It wasn't that good." I'm like, "Go fuck yourself." You saw it 4 times in the theater and called me an idiot for not liking it. And
it had a lot of wow factor.
It was pretty good, and you're an idiot.
Come on.
You're a total hipster that hates good things.
Oh, it's really good stuff. I love the new Haunting of Hill House, and I liked the Deadpool movies.
You like the Haunting of Hill House until everyone else likes it, and then you're gonna be like, it was okay.
Everybody I know that seems loves it.
It was okay.
Kids love Deadpool. I still haven't seen the second Deadpool.
It's pretty good, actually.
Is it?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I wasn't expecting to.
All right, initiatives.
Oh, right away. That's right.
Yeah, I mean you're in a fight.
Let's get into it.
All right.
Hey.
What is that? Oh,
Hey, that's good.
that is very good.
I like it.
Good.
It's a new era for us, maybe.
One game where we get to go first.
All right,
I'm basing it on one
roll
roll.
for us.
21.
21 initiatives. 0 decks.
23.
23. Savroth.
15.
And Ayasa got a 7.
You're like
Okay.
wringing your hands over.
So let me set the scene.
I was like, to be fair, every time that I have a lesser initiative and then at least you two, that's better.
Let me set the scene. There is a great wall in front of you with a large gate. There is a plethora of carts. It seems like it's gotten backed up at this gates. There are multiple soldiers about, city guard, inspecting, interviewing, talking to people as they come in.
There are two what seem to be noble-like soldiers, fighters. They almost could be adventurers themselves, but they seem to be at the gate with the guards, but the guards don't seem to be working for them or like their presence there. So you saw these two people, and they're just kind of watching over things, and the guards stay away from them, and you see some interactions. It seems like they're above them, but not direct line of command.
Yeah.
So perhaps two of them. Yeah, a man and a woman. There's people behind you, carts, travelers, farmers, just people trying to get into the city for the day. The sun is setting. It's not touched the horizon yet, but it is definitely getting low. When you heard the screams and calls of dragon, and you turned around and saw the way too familiar silhouette of the red drake swooping down. Actually, not swooping, but he's going full dive on you right now. But you guys have had enough warning that there is no surprise around. So you also, just to remind you, heard the hunting calls of the werewolf hunters as well.
That's probably not important.
How far away?
And Cessia is with you still, the werewolf maiden.
Okay. Well, she's possibly a werewolf. We haven't seen her be a werewolf.
You haven't seen her change.
I don't want to spend an action on it. Just like very like cursory, like first like we hear those howls. Like how far away do they sound? Are they like here or
the dogs are going to be within one turn? Like
oh,
they were coming up through the people in the road to come up on you. You were hoping that you could get. You were hoping you could get into the gates and away from them when you first heard the dogs howling and things like that, but now you know that you're going to be in the middle of this fight and they're going to show up.
Oh boy. Alright. Well, who's up first?
That would be Xeronix. And just also a quick reminder about like all your abilities. You guys gotten a ton of new abilities. And you got some magic items, so
you guys got some magic
just
items.
keep mindful of all of that. Did you spill something on your book over there?
No.
We sure did.
What did you spill?
You gave him that beer so he could spill it.
Jeez, man.
Oh, come on.
I can't take you anywhere.
He didn't take
Keep it
anywhere.
in the
Like we're here.
Yes,
That's
too.
not taking anywhere.
There's a
come
paper
on.
towel somewhere.
Yeah. Some threw me napkins. It's good. What's up?
Is it really good? Good.
Yeah, actually. It's
All right. Xeronix.
I know. We can see the Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well give him an arrow real quick, just because I like doing that.
You shoot it?
He is gonna shoot it.
Usually works pretty well, except for right now. 12.
12 misses. Sails right across it.
In typical Xeronax fashion.
Yep. You're like, ah! It's good that you do, Geostellar, because someone has to believe in these people. They keep showing me time and time again that they can kick some ass. I throw stuff against my Kirsum Sahagin, and they're like, okay, this is kind of dangerous, but wipe. Here's this, here's that. Oh, my big bad killed. And then I throw one encounter at them, and they're like, oh, we're just not going to succeed today. Fail, fail, fail. Hey, a spell gets cast on all of you. All fail saving throws. Okay,
Fail, fail,
that's
fail,
everyone down. Fail death save, fail death save, fail death save, fail death save. Like, it was insane. I had my first total party kill thanks to this group right here. My first total party kill in like 20 years of DMing.
Yeah.
Like,
with bad news bears.
because of these guys. So I keep like up in the ante. And I'm like, is this gonna be it? Like,
Yeah.
I know you can take this unless your dice say no.
Yep. My dice just said no right now. I need like a 14 to hit. I got 12.
Not really want to. Okay. Ooh,
Can we get Bardic Inspiration for the chat? That'd be fantastic.
what is it? It's an extra D4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of D20s, yeah. It's like basically blessing the party constantly.
Yep. So you send an arrow into the air, and it sails by it. You see the furnace of the drake is already starting to heat up. You can see its chest starting to glow red, and the mouth, like, against the sunlight, you can see the slit of the mouth glowing white hot.
The sun was in my eyes.
Yeah, the sun was in your eyes. It's not going to come down, outside of the sun.
The sun is definitely going to.
If you, I don't know if you have yet, or if you follow us. If you give us a follow, I'll give everyone 1 round of Bardic Inspiration.
Hey!
It'll come across the screen and a whoosh. I think you're already a follower, though. Yeah.
Ah, too late.
I mean,
Or
can
too
you
early.
cheer?
Huh?
Is he able to give you bits?
I don't think so. I'm not a.
Yes, he's already followed us.
Yeah, you already followed. Yeah, I'm not affiliate or any of that, so I don't know.
Sorry,
I really don't understand how
We're
Twitch
a very
works with all that.
unprofessional
I
operation.
didn't know if you could actually just cheer anybody, though.
You might be able to cheer. I don't know if you can cheer. If you can cheer, do it.
If you
I
can
don't
cheer,
know what
go
it is.
for it, Gio.
Show us those emoticon
It'll
pom-poms.
be a learning lesson for us all.
2, 4, 6, 8.
I know about cheering in the bits, but I don't know if you can do it if someone's not.
Yeah, if you.
This sounds weird to me because I'm not familiar with it. I know about cheering in the bits. I'm like, I don't know
bits
what
is
you're
a thing
talking
you can
about.
give.
That's the Twitch
I
thing.
cannot yet, and I'm pretty sure it's because you have to be an affiliate, but I'm not positive. But if you know GeoStellar, I have an email down below. Send me
You cannot
information. Yeah, I can't.
How do you affiliate? Do you have to sell yourself to Twitch?
No, so there's affiliate and partner, and you have to get accepted into it. I have to I have already applied. I've applied when I opened up the channel. So I've just never gotten we've never gotten enough viewers or whatever. We haven't got on anyone's radar to get that level. So I don't know.
We're still small.
We're still small potatoes.
Yeah. Tell your local friendly game shop. All right. Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
It is my turn. Okay, so
so impatient. Is it my turn?
was that impatient? We talked for 10 minutes.
We did.
All right.
We did.
So I'm gonna take some steps ahead, and I'm going to get my hammer down, and I'm going to just this red dragon, this mother. I don't even know this fucker's name. We just don't, but I know that this thing is going to come down here to whoop our asses for the 3rd time now. I'm going to just bomb up. I have been championing you. If just give me some fucking power here, and if not, then fuck you. All right? And I give a little bit of that. Yeah, a little Conan there, and to channel my weapon. And I am, if I can use free action just to say 5 words, I'm going to shout out, "Dragon! Get those people inside!"
All right.
You told the dragon to get those people inside?
There was a comma there.
Dragon, comma.
Comma.
The comma was implied.
All right, so that's 21. The next person that goes is the Drake.
Yay.
Yay.
Good.
Yeah, that thing comes down
We're not
and
metallic.
gouts fire.
If the sun is out.
Yeah, you guys all are metallic.
I thought we weren't. I thought metallic was bad.
Oh, can we reflect
No.
my skills to the
Chromatic.
enemy side?
Chromatic.
Alright.
Remember, you're copper.
Soul
Aren't you?
formation.
Yeah, that's metallic.
What's an enemy?
And see an enemy?
An enemy.
An enemy. Reflect the light off your scales into people's eyes. I throw rocks at its feet. Does it notice? Am I trip on them? I don't hear any dice rolling.
That's my turn.
So, yeah, it's coming down on you. Saving throws. Everyone, dexterity saving throws.
Oh,
These throws don't matter.
Yeah.
Just for the record, they don't matter.
what kind of save?
Dex.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, that thing that I don't have
Yeah.
any +2. Got it.
Got it.
Nailed it.
I almost got it. But I don't think I got it. Stop it with the dice.
What'd you guys get?
12.
19.
11.
The rogue boy have evasion?
He does not yet.
You don't have evasion?
Nope.
Arcane Trickster.
Well, he's got.
Coming into magic.
He doesn't have uncanny dodge. He has evasion, which is the take half damage from one attack every turn.
This might be the one you want to do that for.
Well, you're already taking half because you actually made your saving throw. Everyone else did not.
So I'll take a quarter if I do that? Or is that
You would take half of what you take.
half
Yeah.
and half?
A quarter, please?
Wait, the
Can I
rest
have
of
this
us didn't make it?
No. You got a what?
11.
No,
No,
you
you
kidding me?
failed.
This yeah.
You failed. All right.
This is 1160? No. 1160.
Oh, he's saying
10, 20, 30,
What?
42 damage. So you take 21.
But I can uncanny
You can
dodge.
uncanny dodge and
Do I have
take.
to roll on that, or
No,
is it just,
It just once a turn you can use a reaction. So you take
10 or 11?
rounded. Everything rounds up. So 11.
Jesus Christ.
How many are you taking? You're taking 42. Yeah. So
42?
42.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Can I use my inspiration?
for
For
what?
what?
Saving throw!
Yes.
Why is your
Yes, you
party-
can.
Oh, that's actually
You can.
Come on!
that's a natural.
No!
Yeah, you're taking 42,
Oh,
and you don't
no,
have.
you're wasting my inspiration. Well, that's because that was the last session, but then we
We've been
rode out for
traveling and
days,
stuff,
yeah.
He has. Yeah, I don't know which one he has. He has the dodging ability from 5th or 6th level that allows him to just take less damage from one attack every turn.
Uncanny dodge, yeah.
I wasted my inspiration, boys.
Use my reaction to
All right.
have the attacks damage against him.
Um,
That would have killed me if I had not dodged.
so, Ayasa made her saving throw.
Of course she did. What'd she roll?
She rolled a 17.
What do we have to hit? I'm just curious.
15.
Okay. Let's say, I
Cessia.
know in the past, a deck saving throw like a 13 would have done the job. That's why I was like 11. I was
I
like,
locked at 53. That's weird.
You have to go into
Sorry, I'm just curious.
out of here. I've done this before. Remember, you have to edit your character somehow. Like it's probably down here.
boy.
Yeah, you have to.
Hi, Andy.
I'm not sure.
Are you coming to me because you know I'm about to die?
You know the rest of your
Yeah, because dogs can sense that.
Huh.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, right here.
Luckily, it's only
Click on the anvil.
in the game, not in real life. At least I think.
Okay. What are you doing? Come on.
His hit points are stuck. The edited hit points are messed up again, so he's just fixing them real quick.
Wait, what are your hit points? You should be.
There should be like.
It should be at
52
54,
or
right?
something like that.
You're at 53, right?
Well, I was at 53.
That's what your natural is.
Oh, okay. Because it also said like 54 as a max, but then I was stuck at 53.
Oh,
Alright, if I'm at 53, then fine. So how much did I take?
42. And it says you're at 17 right now.
He's fixing
That was from last time.
Okay.
Not hit point modifier. No.
No.
Delete that. All right, get out of here.
Yeah, that's just because he never changed his thing. Because we had,
Yeah.
before reaching the gates, we had a rest and
So
stuff.
no, you don't want to edit it.
Oh, our
Character.
Ayasa is an
Go back
evocation
to your
specialist, so she can avoid all her own people.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I have it up
What
on
the
my
hell is
screen. I can just do
Oh,
it.
my content. Here it is.
I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on over here.
42 to damage.
Yeah, there
You have
go.
11 hit
There
points
you
left.
go. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got it accounted for. If you refresh, it should pull up correctly. All right, so good opening volley, guys. Holy crap!
Yeah, that's.
What do you mean, holy crap? You sent a Drake at us that does this every time.
Doesn't do this every time. It's attacking.
This is the
way.
first time you've been hit by its fire
Yeah.
because you're always off somewhere when it attacks.
I was gonna run off into the trees, but I
But
was
it's
like,
really
I gotta
always the first thing that it
get an
does.
initiative.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
If you had that ability, wouldn't that be the first thing you do every time?
Oh man.
It's not surprising, is all I'm saying.
All right, so yeah, that was on 17.
15.
On 18, you heard the dogs getting closer. So
Right.
Good to know there goes Drake, then dogs.
it's actually dogs and Drake.
Oh.
Sorry. So 18, you heard the dogs getting closer, but it was drowned out in the roar of the flames and your sizzling. At 17, and then it is 15. Sabros.
That's me.
Good luck. I apologize, but not too much. I mean, you had 2 chances to kill this thing.
Are you dropping Skittles?
I'm dropping Skittles.
Oh,
drop
Danny
some
doesn't
in
need that. And I have no shame. I'm eating that one.
I love the
Because those are good.
No, you're so good.
But it is my turn, so I need to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, late game looks pretty cool.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I would suggest healing.
Mm-hmm.
Would you? Thanks, Ayasa. Could you help us with that?
Nope. She can't help you with much because you know what a fire drake is immune to?
Ooh,
Right.
Wait,
I think,
this was on the test last time. Shit.
I think it rhymes with everything Ayasa
I should
fucking
use my
does.
breath weapon right now. I'm just kidding.
You're like, it breathes fire on me, I want to breathe it, lightning on it.
Alright.
You
Let's
fight
go.
fire with fire.
Let's go ahead and use a 3rd level cure wounds on myself.
Okay.
I'm not even hurt that bad.
I'm at 5 hit points out of 47. I am hurt that bad. And if I remember correctly, this Drake usually has a hard on for me, so I prefer it not to.
So what's your, you have some cool abilities.
I know. I always have to look this up, unfortunately. Because it's already at a 3rd level, it's 3d8 plus 5, but I think it's also an additional plus 2 because of the life domain. No, it's 2 plus the spells level.
2 plus the spells level, so
Well,
it'd be extra
well,
5.
Strangle it with mage
Oh, wait,
hand.
is that the plus
Little
5 my
5
thing's already
grip.
telling me though?
Let's see.
I'm thinking that's already.
I like it though. I like those.
Just cast Mage Hand for a slight slap to like distract you.
Features and traits. Alright. Disciple of Life is HP equal to 2 plus the spells level. That plus 5 is from your wisdom, I believe. You have plus 5
I do
wisdom.
have plus 5.
So that's plus 5 for that, plus another 5 for that spells level, so plus 10 total on this healing.
Alright. That's amazing.
So the minimum you can get is 11.
13 probably. That's 3d8, so if they all roll 1s, plus 10.
Do it.
Right?
The
Correct?
3d8 plus 10.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got.
Well, you know.
10. It's still 20.
Yeah. So 10 plus
Maybe
10.
on a person's throat. I don't know about a dragon's.
Let's go, boyos.
What are you doing?
He just healed himself.
Oh, good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you.
And trust me, there's a.
What you needed to do is Beacon of Hope first, but you didn't have that much time to do it. Beacon of Hope is
Mass heal.
no, it's a concentration spell, and then every healing spell cast on someone that has a Beacon of Hope on them is maxed.
Oh,
I mean, I can still do it next turn.
To next turn. Yeah. I mean, you might want to get that up, but you also maybe Shield of Faith or whatever that is.
Well,
Alright, so
that was gonna be
15.
my first play, but you know, I almost
He
died.
almost died. 15. Then it goes to 11.
it goes to
I'm
11.
supposed to finish these.
Cessia stands up. You can finish. I don't care.
Yeah.
Cessia stands up from being burned to a crisp, and parts of her fur are still on fire, and she pulls her fur cloak off, and then wolfs out. She turns into a
Oh no. Oh, wait,
werewolf.
Come on, werewolf.
We were wrong about those hunters all along. I'm just kidding.
She attacks you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Drake. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen
right.
this Drake do that was first round? I mean,
It's like this every time.
I'm
and it's
11 out of
awesome.
53. That's just first round.
Alright, he also puts mage armor on. Bloom.
Good for her.
Yeah, there's people screaming. All like the carts all around you are on fire. People are running off into the hills. Their guards are trying to get people inside. They're like some of them are trying to shut the gates, but you see those two noble guards, like the noble people, are like, grabbing them off the gates and throwing them forward to fight.
Oh, good. I like it.
All right. So we're going to go to the next round then, and a whole bunch of funness is going to ensue.
Sweet.
Xernex, go.
Run off into the tree cover opposite the dogs.
There's no tree cover.
There's no tree cover here.
No, there's a wall, but you.
I think we're right next to the wall of
Can I scale the wall?
Neverwinter.
Or can I run inside up the wall? Like, is there like stairs inside or something I can take up in there?
You don't know. You haven't gotten inside yet.
I don't want to leave, but I'm not going to be much fun up front.
And a lot of the cover is on fire, like carts and things around you.
Yeah,
so
I better run in.
you can just put distance between you and him and get like something in between you. But if you try to go for walls and doors and stairs, it's going to be turns before you get back in the fight.
Well, let's put some distance. Let's get some of that burning stuff in between me and it. That's not really... I'm not hiding behind it, but I'm covered by it. And then shoot it again, I guess. Can I do it again?
Okay. Fire away!
Yay. Come on now. Same 12. That's all I get. Inspiration on that shit I'm tired of missing.
Okay.
We're still on our horses, right?
Oh, so let's make that. That's 19.
Or-
Or sorry, no, it's not.
You're probably
That
still
is
on your horse.
23 that time.
That'll hit.
Finally. A little bit of damage. Give it 11.
That's not a little bit of damage.
Zero next speeds on you.
All right.
Living core, like you're still living
And
core.
you like start backing up, weaving through the thing. Make me an awareness test. Not awareness, perception. You start weaving back and forth, trying to put some cover just between you and its line of sight, and throw an arrow at it. Well, not throw it, shoot, and that thing goes through, like slides down the scales of its neck, and then you see it like take hold, like it goes, and, like sticks into him.
15.
15. Okay, so you're like backing up, and you see that there are still people, like villagers, looks like whatever, just peasants or the people at the gates. There's still some like not running, like they're just standing around. And as you're backing up, you're like, you pass a couple, and they're like looking at you.
Can I talk to them?
You have a free, like,
Yeah.
you have free action to say words like,
Run for your lives.
maybe you should have ran for yours.
Ooh. All right, I know what I'm doing now.
And you're like, chook. What?
Villagers that have backed up are not going anywhere now. And I've passed through a ring. Like, basically, they're making a kind of a half ring, and I passed through them and told them to run. They told me we should have run.
Wow.
All right.
Also, Geostellar is taunting us right now, just further. He's like,
I think it's obvious that you're wrong.
No, they are like so. This one's a beefed up one. This is a greater flame drake. It's not an ambush drake or a sentinel drake.
What's wrong with you guys?
And a devotee of Tiamat.
It is-
Who knows what's added on to that?
This is a bloodhound of Tiamat that is supposed to come out and kill these adventurers in her name. So it's been after them since they were level 3, and they've only barely survived every encounter with it. All right, that was 23. 21. Roll for us. It after its flame breath, it slammed into the ground so hard that the earth shook, and it is a furnace. Like you can see through its scales, like in the cracks between its scales, the heat coming off of this thing.
It's on the
And
ground,
starting
though?
to cool down, but yeah, it hits with its fire and slammed down, and now it's moving up on you guys.
I'm gonna bark at Liddy Werewolf here. It's like, get inside, your hunters, come! And I'm going to charge at the Drake and just try to like pinch my knees so I can get some two-handed position here and I'm gonna try to follow it out on my stride out.
All right.
Oh boy!
Wait, are you riding into battle on your mount?
Ooh, can I do like this thing where
Because it has attacks too.
yeah, right? Can I just like leap off of it and then
You can't
both of
leave
us-
it. If you leave it, it doesn't fight.
No, I know, but leap off of it, dismount, or do I have to stay on it for it to fight?
Yes.
Oh, I just stay on it. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm gonna circle around it. And it's a huge thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna circle around and hit and let this thing
Your-
claw on.
Dragon mount.
Yeah.
Or your dragon horse.
All right. First attack is a 29.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm glad you said that, like 29. Like,
Nope, miss.
Give it the
Get a
windmill.
Get a hammer. Come on, do it.
Yep.
Drag horse. It is a drag horse. It's almost like Dragula.
I'm gonna reroll the 2 because I'm great weapon fighter
Yep.
for 1.
Ah, that sucks.
It's gonna be 5 plus 4 for a 9. And then my second attack. That's gonna be 20.
That'll hit. You have your charisma thing going through that, right?
Yeah. That's the one. Yeah.
It's glowing platinum colored.
And woot is indeed. I'm going to spend one of my spell slots for a bit of oomph here.
Mm-hmm.
Just to
Before you die?
Yeah, before I die.
We don't
What?
Like a lot of the GM's like mocking us.
How many hit points you have? 11?
I have 11 left. Yeah.
And you're not.
Wait,
You're like,
what are
you
you
didn't
doing?
use an action to heal yourself. I'm like,
I need.
all right.
I know. But
Bold move, Cotton.
Right?
Let's see how
this is what I do. This is what I do. I'm a protector of the clan,
no, I get it.
and unfortunately, I'm the style of the best defense is a good offense.
This is what I do. I go out and die, and then Savrov has to resurrect
That's
me.
right.
Meanwhile, I'm like
Savrov
clinking
watches
it with,
over
I'm
me.
clinking it with arrows.
Death or glory. That's right. I'm gonna re-roll this 2. Hopefully, not get a 1.
How about death and glory?
Hey, all right. So 9,
16.
so 10, 14, 16, plus 4 for 20 damage on a second hit, and that's one of my 5 spell slots. And I guess my mount does some things too.
You have it written down somewhere in there. I don't remember.
Oh, I said I was going to. I don't think a 9 plus thing is going to hit though. Let me look at the horse real quick.
I don't think he has a 6.
No, it's like 9 plus 4. Yeah,
Yep.
plus 4.
Yeah, he
so
misses. So
13.
he rakes his
Yeah.
claws across the scales of this thing and can't penetrate.
That's what
Okay.
she said.
But I'm going to use a bonus action to put on some
Shield of Faith?
Shield of Faith.
All right.
Yeah, how did you know? I was going to use Shield of Faith at 11 hit points.
Yep. Oh. All right.
Might save you. You never
Wait.
know.
Shield of Faith is concentration, right?
Yep.
So you drop your.
No,
That's
not. That's
that is
just
not concentration,
yeah.
right? It was just your whatever. All right. So that was 21.
Next is the Drake. Or
Next is the
dogs.
hunters.
The dogs.
So the dogs get there. So there's 6 dogs.
I love how they're just like, oh, Drake, whatever.
Yeah, what are these dogs?
That's not our target.
I'm really curious how these dogs are going to act in this
This is-
situation.
This is that part
Get
of
your
like,
inspiration back.
Oh, right.
this is like that part of like
They have
Addiction
successfully
research,
made their dragon fear saves.
Oh, good.
So the dogs are fine. They have their
Oh,
target.
good.
They know what they're after. So
Thank you. Do you stop touching my...
The hunters are bad to us.
the hunters are after the werewolf girl that they saved. So they are specifically these
I was
Norse-esque
hoping we had enough time
werewolf
to
hunters.
get a few people in before this happened, but this just crashed on
Okay.
fucking shit.
2 of them are attacking Cessia, and they both miss. So these dogs, like, she just dodge. They come sailing around her. 2 of them are coming up to you, and they're going to try to. These are hunting dogs. They're trying to grab and pull. Like, that's grab and weigh you down.
That's like the dog special move right there.
Yeah, right? I don't think a 12 or 10 is going to hit that. So the last 2, they're not. They may have successfully made their saves. They don't want to get anywhere near that Drake, though.
You can call it a dragon. This might as well be a dragon. This thing is a beast.
It is a drake, but they have mistaken it for a dragon for so long, and everyone else does too because they're peasants. That's the
First of all,
it looks like a dragon.
Fuck you, breath weapon I've ever seen.
Yeah. So yeah, it gets mistaken for a dragon a lot, but it can't speak. It's not intelligent. It doesn't cast spells. But yeah, it is a drake. But calling it a dragon makes me feel better because I'm like,
good. I'm glad you feel good.
kicking his asses
Wiley say
with a drake, and they think it's a dragon. So the last two are coming around. They're going after you. They have to take all their move to get there though, so they can't attack because you backed up. All right. Then I am so sorry.
You can't breath again.
It's all right.
Damn it. Right?
Actually, it might be able to. Let's find that out.
Roll for it.
So breath weapon does not recharge.
Oh my God.
Okay, but that's not what happens first.
Do you have to have a 6 to do it? Or?
It does have to have a 6. So all of those villagers you kind of passed that aren't going away, they're not really in a semicircle, but they're stationed around the edges.
No, I thought about that all week, man. I was hoping we can. I was actually hoping I can ride out and parlay with them. I do, and so does Savroth.
And this is a high charisma group. He's got an 18 as well.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah. We're all charismatic, aren't we?
Yeah, except
Yasa.
The Yasa only has a 13, and she's the performer.
Wizards. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All of those peasants you pass by throw off their cloaks, and they're wearing armor, like leather armor, and they pull out swords.
Do they?
They all have markings somewhere on them that you know, which is a dragon's head with their 3 claws behind it.
No.
And then jumping up on one of the burning wagons in a place that's not burning, the white worm spawn you were told about leaps up, pulls out a longbow.
No.
Plan the ambush.
There's probably nothing.
It's probably nothing. He's shooting you twice with his longbow.
Oh.
So we have the hunters and the drake, and then you're giving us
cultists and the last worm spawn.
All
yeah.
right.
Why do we want to kill them? Why do you want to kill them? I think you're asking us why we want to kill these
Thank you, Gio. I was like,
it was a drug he'd never had before, and now he just can't get it out.
Now I can't get it out.
Yeah, he killed us all once. I was like,
it seems like Riley's very much like, I'm over these characters. I want to make
this campaign's dragging on, man. How long have we been going? 4 or 5 sessions?
Gotta get long enough.
Done.
Well, this is at least 8 or 9. Maybe longer.
How
long have we do this? 9 weeks? 10 weeks?
I don't know.
We've been at it for a bit.
This one's gone for a decent amount. I mean, there were a couple breaks, but only like a week at a time.
Semester, and I'm at 10 weeks. So
this is like what we're doing here. He's trying to kill us. So it's like there's this story of like of Bahamut versus Tiamat. This is just prologue before our real campaign.
Right, like you haven't even gotten to like the 3 steps you need to take. Like you're still trying to find out the first step.
Yeah.
Well, we're not the ones killing ourselves.
I'm assuming that a 13 misses you.
Yeah, it does.
But a 18 hits you.
No, my dexterity is 18. So
what's your armor class?
Oh, 15. Sorry.
All right. Good try, though. That was good.
I know. It's like 2 years. I'm like, I still don't know what I'm doing.
My dexterity is an 18. You didn't hit that, did you?
For some context, Geo Stellar, we had a major level up between our last conflict with this thing and we were actually like looking forward. We're level 5. We're level 5 right now, so I got my second attack. That we got some good stuff, and we were actually like, oh, I can't wait to meet that Drake again. We're all for it. Yeah. And then so he's like, yeah, okay, fuckers.
All right.
Yeah.
Also, we seem to do well against the ropes a lot, too.
They do. They really do. So I'll say that, like, when I threw it at the 3rd level, it was, they just had to get it to half hit points, and then it was going to run away. And they did, and it kicked their asses, and they pushed it away. The next time, I was going to let it get past half hit points, but it was going to get called if it had a chance. It was going to have to get called off if you got it past half hit points. And you
We
guys,
got close,
you
I
were
know.
10 hit
It was
points away
really
from
close.
killing it.
I was
They were
really
10 hit
bitter
points
about
away
not
from killing
finishing
it.
that fight
I was
off.
too.
And they split the party. Like, well, they didn't split the party. They were in 2 rooms and attacked the inn. So they were split from the beginning. So I'm like, just 2 of them essentially did all this damage. So I'm like, they got this Drake. They've totally got this Drake. So I have to... And I threw other fights against them with bigger things. So I'm like, nope, this is the time they have the Drake, but it has more.
Yeah.
But when they were on the way to Neverwinter, if you were watching next week, they said they wanted one more random encounter. So I said, okay. And I threw this random encounter at them, and they failed every roll leading up to it.
Right, like
Yeah, last week.
You said if you were watching next week, that's why I was like...
Oh, last week.
you
That's
confused
sorry.
us.
If you were watching
Sure.
last week, sorry, next week. If you were watching last week,
We're just uploading it now, but we actually had a game next week that we already played.
They failed every roll, and they went backwards through the whole thing. So the confrontation with the hunters didn't get resolved. So the hunters is something that they have tailing them unresolved from last week's adventure. So
And I was with GeoStellar here about like, hey, we should because I was thinking like for this whole week I was thinking like I'm gonna ride out to those hunters and say like, hey, you can have that head of this Drake if you forget about this bullshit right now and help us defend Neverwinter. But we didn't have time.
No.
We didn't have time.
it was on you. Yeah.
This is on us right now. So here we are.
All right.
So, the cultists whip out their swords. They start posturing, getting around you, engaging. Like they start moving up to engage and getting up on you. Oh, the white hunter, the white worm spawn hunter.
Oh, didn't I get to dodge that? Uncanny dodge?
Yeah, half damage. So you took 7. So you took 4.
Oh, okay. I was like,
You have to remind me of that. I'll try to remember for you.
no, don't remember for me. I'll keep asking for it.
Oh, hold on. Look up your gloves.
Oh, that's right. Snatching. I don't have anything written for them. I just snatched stuff out of the air.
I have them on your equipment.
Yeah, but read what it says on the equipment though. It's literally just because they were not a real thing. It says snatch missiles out of the air. That's all I have written down for it. I don't have like.
Is it like the monk's
No,
ability?
it's gloves of arrow snatching. They should.
gloves of missile snaring? I don't have anything.
And when you click in on that, it doesn't.
Nope. It says it's
These
custom.
hunters
That's
are
not custom.
that honorable.
Did you write
I don't
that
know
in
if you
yourself?
watched last session.
I think I did. I don't know if I don't know how to add
kind of a bunch of
equipment.
cunts.
How do
No,
I
that's-
add equipment?
There's an add equipment. I thought I added those to your character,
No,
but I
you
probably
I
didn't.
wrote them in because we
Fine,
didn't
though.
have them or something like that. I remember-
I'll get it onto your.
So what
GeoStellar,
is
were you
the-
watching us last session?
What is the? How do they work?
I'm looking
okay.
it up.
Sorry, I don't have that written down.
Sorry that I didn't put that on your character.
That's okay.
I think everyone was still.
Appeal of the continents. I'm all for you, man. I like this guy.
Okay, so you reduce the damage of the attack by 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier, but you have to use your reaction. So you pick either the gloves of missile staring or your dodge. So you either take a guaranteed 4 or you reduce it by 1d10 plus your dex, which is a 4, right?
Yeah, so let's do that.
Like,
So 8 instead.
so you reduce it by 8, so you take nothing and you grab it.
Oh, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like the monk ability. Great.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
So you, like, he shot at you with an arrow, like, shot 2 arrows at you, you're like, and then, and you now have a longbow arrow in your hand.
Can he use his reaction to throw it back like a
No,
monk?
my
or-
reaction was catching
Okay.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it doesn't do, but you can try to shoot that arrow out of your short bow.
Mm-hmm.
It does look like it has, like, the head of it is serrated and leaf-headed. Like, it looks pretty nasty.
Oh, that might be useful.
I'll hold it for now, but it's not my turn anyway.
Yeah. So very cool. You took no damage.
Who has the ring of the ram, by the way?
He does.
You do. Okay. I was confused. Okay.
All right. So that was the cultists move in.
Are
The Drake.
cultists going on the same turn as
The Drake.
Shit. These peasants.
And the white worm spawn. The hunters go on 18, then
Fuck, it's
all
like
of the
a
cult
enemy
of the
heavy
dragon
round. It's
people
like
go
me,
on
you,
17.
all the
That's what I was
enemies.
curious.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so
yeah.
now that they're here,
And then
we didn't know about
What's
it.
Ayasa? Even before Ayasa is the what is the werewolf's name?
Cessia.
Cessia.
How was I just looking up? Oh, the Drake. Okay, buddy.
Drake's gonna take a breather. Just Chill out.
Yep.
Not do anything right now. Slap this guy.
It is going to bite you.
Me?
Him.
Why is
Me?
it gonna bite
Bring
him?
him.
You're
Because
playing
he's
me.
engaged.
Come on.
Oh.
What do you got?
I was like, why is it
No,
playing me? I'm so far away.
I have to remember that, like, even in this context, people can't see what I'm pointing at. So, the Drake is attacking Rofros. It is biting you, like it's just rearing back with that furnace of a mouth and coming down on you, trying to pick you up off of your mount.
Oh, God.
It got a
42.
18.
That is my armor class.
Bingo.
Oh damn!
Plus my armor faith. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to click that and then add the shield of faith.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Will that help you? You guys?
I don't care. I'm just curious.
As long as you know,
that's-
man, that's all that matters.
All right.
Less than 11.
That's what the cards are for. Did I get taken out? Did it bite me? Did it bite me real good?
26.
Yeah, I'm at 0.
Yeah.
Can't
So
back away or
it
anything.
bites him off his mount. The mount turns back into a figurine. It shakes him. You hear a crunch, and then it just slam tosses him onto the ground.
He's
I am Rofrost, the once daunted.
He's totally fine.
All right.
Well, guys.
Is it Ayasa's turn now?
No, it's the guards. So the guards
Did they go
rush.
last time?
They didn't. They were
They were still putting.
they were busy shutting the door and being idiots. And the two nobles finally got them, like,
Got it.
go forward. So they rush forward and start clashing with the cultists. So all of the cultists are now engaged with Neverwinter City Guard. You see
The ones that were in front of me.
that are around you and we're turning to you and we're turning to Savroth. Yeah. So the Neverwinter City Guard come out and start fighting these fake peasants that were trying to get into their city and are siding with this. One of the noble fighters, she's a woman. She's got a fancy hat. Pretty cool looking clothing with a customized breastplate under her jacket. But she goes forward and she kind of opens her hand and you just see this little swirly purple mist and she closes it real quick and tosses it up and it goes sailing through the air and hits you on the ground. I mean, you don't see this, but it's like poof, and this purple smoke comes around you.
Now you're purple.
Yeah.
Now you're a purple Dragonborn.
All right.
Wait, who did this?
Shadow Dragon.
One of the noble warriors that were at the gate, one of the two noble guardsmen. 14 hit points back.
Oh. Shadow healer, huh?
No, it's not dark purple, it's silly light purple. It's bardic healing spell.
Could she be a bard?
Maybe if she's using a bardic healing spell.
Okay.
And
so
she
I'm
pulls
not-
out a rapier.
That's a bard.
Yeah. The other noble who is in breastplate and chain, and it looks badass, and he's got his coat and all that stuff. But he pulls out two long swords, and just he clashes them together, and they start giving off a ring, and he enters the fray with the cultists.
All right.
I was gonna totally grease the cultists, but now I can't do it.
You can still grease cultists if you want. You should probably worry about that worm spawn more, because if you grease him and get him to fall into the fire,
No, I got
because
it.
he's up on that cart.
No, I know. Once I was supposed to say I was gonna grease the cultists, but since they're engaged, I can move on to something else.
Oh, not the wearers of purple, no. It just happens to be that her magic color is light purple.
Yeah.
Lavender.
There's a lot of purple. 'Cause
She's
we've
lavender.
been messing with Cormyr and the Wares of Purple.
Yeah.
There's a lot of purple going on.
I should say it's pink. Let's just go with pink.
Yeah.
Little hearts come off of it and the smoke and everything. Bring! So she throws out pink.
Okay, I love breast
She's a
cancer
pink
mercy.
All right. So that was them. Now we go to Cessia. Cessia is attacking her dogs.
Are you playing with this too today? Did you roll for initiative? So I'm just kidding.
I did.
Wow.
So I
Actually,
was like picking his teeth.
I didn't get a terrible number, but it's just apparently everybody else got better than me than Ayasa.
Zavra has some good RP left.
Oh wait, you're supposed to go next. Sorry.
Zavra!
I go before Cessia.
That's what I thought.
You go before Cessia. Cessia goes in 11. You go in 15. They even have it
That's a
written
lot
down.
of high
I
initiatives.
even have it written down. I know 24 is like not that far ahead of 23.
That was 21.
So Rofros just got 14 hit points back, correct?
Yes, he
You
did.
see him scrambling to his feet like,
Where's my horse?
You broke it. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm really worried about that.
Remember, you have 2 dogs on you.
Oh yeah, I do, don't I?
You do.
Welcome.
Fucking.
You do need people to survive. I like how you're thinking. It would be nice if some of us survived. Animal handling.
Yeah.
Oh!
To get the dogs
Tame
off
the
you.
dog. Be
It's
like,
my dog
Be
now.
like Chris Pratt with the Raptors. Like,
Yeah.
hey.
Well, let's go ahead and Sacred Flame one of them. And then I'm gonna Shield of Faith myself as a bonus action.
Not a bad way to go. We need to get
Is
our
that
concentration
his,
spells. Yes, mine. Sorry.
Cool, I do 8 radiant damage.
Oh, they have to make a saving throw, don't they?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Dexterity.
Yeah, that's a fail. So 8.
That's boring but logical, I guess. That's our prince.
What did you just do?
I wasn't listening.
I was
Sacred
looking-
flame
I was looking
and
something
then put
else
a
up,
shield
yeah.
of faith in myself.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was checking to see if grease was flammable. Like
You use your five words in a
It
free
is
action
me-
to say something
damage,
cool and
yeah.
nobly.
Yeah, for me, it is flammable. But
Really?
making them fall into a thing of flame
Hey, Dan.
also helps.
Before you can say like 5 words as a free action. You want to be like, if you want to say something cool.
I meant the D&D grease Geostellar. I know that grease is flammable.
Grease is the word.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
And specifically in 3.5, grease was not flammable.
It says now that it. I was going to say that the consensus seems to be that it is, but doesn't constitute a significant amount of damage, or it would stated damage to it, or whatever. But
To be, you could grease a whole bunch of sticks and make torches.
Yeah. Grease fact cannot be put by water. That's true.
That is true.
I had fire.
These helpful
I've had
tips
fire
brought to you
people
by.
come to my house once because I made
Oh,
a
I
mistake.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to make latkes. Wasn't good.
No. So you have your Shield of Faith up. You have a burned dog who's yipping. And then it goes to Cessia, who kills her dog, or one of her dogs. Just 2 swipes of her claw, and that thing...
She's still here?
yeah,
Cessia?
Why is she running? Alright.
Because she got attacked by dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point.
So that dog hits the ground with a yip.
In my experience, GSL, it absolutely did make it worse.
7 is Iasa.
Oh, Yasa, what are you gonna do? Evocationist.
Oh, speaking of which, the hunters have come around the carts,
Oh,
and
good.
they're on horses leveling the crossbows now, but they seem to be trying to specifically find Cessia.
Yeah, of course they are.
despite Drake
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what Sissy's doing here.
singing.
She heard those towels too. She's familiar with them.
Okay, so she can fireball anything but the Drake.
Well, now she's an evocationist. Don't forget, she's got the ability where
Right.
she can like.
She can not hit people, so she can fireball anything. She can fireball the cultists,
Oh,
the worm
but
spawn.
the Drake. Who
Yeah, but the
loves
Drake,
fire.
who is immune to fire. She can fireball
Yeah.
the hunters. I think that's what she's going to do. I think she's going to fireball the hunters. Like,
That's what these poor hunters. They're like, "Hey, you caught our game." We're like, "Fuck you."
yeah, like, look, you don't need another. You don't need that.
No, I know.
Like, if you
I
can
get
get
it.
rid of, if she can get rid of it now,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a fireball might not be a bad place. Rally cry. I'm not that kind of paladin. Do I have a rally cry?
I don't think so.
I don't think I got a rally cry. I don't think I'm that. I don't think I have that power yet.
Look it up in your features and traits. What do you do?
It is your character.
Yeah, I'm aware. Thank you.
I'm aware.
Wolf. I do not have any aura of. I don't have any rally cry, nothing like that. You might be thinking of Battle Master fighters. Actually,
Battle Masters do have that.
Oh yeah. That was just me role playing, which apparently has no bearing on anything in this game.
For what?
Nothing.
What did you do?
I said some really cool stuff, and nobody did anything.
When?
All the time I play.
You get inspiration for that shit all the time.
So what are you talking about? Yeah, you get inspiration all the time.
I was like, you often get inspiration.
It's like you've
6,
already
12,
gotten
18.
expiration this session for
I should have
saying, death or glory.
18,
Yeah,
28,
it's good.
but they all successfully saving throwed, so...
They all saving throw?
Yeah.
That's the best thing. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's hard, Geostella, because like I could spend my turn doing that, but like at the same time, I can also just wreak havoc with this hammer. I don't know. It's a tough call.
Okay, so the only thing left standing from the hunters is the leader. All the rest of them are dead.
Whoa! She threw a fireball and killed everybody with a leader?
Yep.
The same one I gave a concussion to in the woods? Hey.
That dude's like, this game sucks.
Yeah, he's like this is some adventuring party somewhere else. Like, they're just werewolf hunters and wait,
That
what?
That Dragonborn clan stole your werewolf. We're gonna get it back. Ah, fuck this.
What? That bitch just killed us
Damn,
all.
I still think you.
Right.
Okay.
So-
Don't worry about that then.
Yeah. The bandit hunter captain the hunter captain is not something to be sneezed at if he sticks around after losing his entire crew.
Yeah.
So we'll test for that next turn.
Well, we have some pretty powerful sneezes. So.
You do. Except for you vomit. You don't sneeze.
I like to think that even when I do it on purpose, it looks horrible. I'm just like, come down. You all right? Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Yeah, no, that was totally... I meant to do that.
One of my favorite books.
All my friends are dead. 23.
All right, I'm gonna grease the
Worm spawn?
worm spot.
He is so I just want to throw this out there. He is a hunter. I said that. He has a bow. So I just want you to know he has a good dex.
Probably has a good
So
dex, yeah.
grease does go off a dex saving throw.
You could just...
I'm just throwing that out. Like, don't feel bad if he just ignores the grease.
I know. I didn't think about the fact
It's still pretty good. Like, it's
Okay,
a
let's
pretty
do
good
it.
call.
That's still, I'm gonna do it.
Committing?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
committing.
I already clicked it. It's done.
You can roll
You-
a natural one, or you never know.
You pick the die that I roll.
That's a small one.
Which one?
Oh, the big one.
White, brown.
Let's do big.
Oh, you're gonna go big?
Let's go big.
All right.
Go big.
So
Go big.
he's going the big
Go
die
big or
that
go
everyone
home.
can see.
Bad choice.
Fuck.
18.
All my choices are bad choices.
So he is standing on it, like it goes, and he's like, "Oh." So he's standing on it. He doesn't want to stay there because every turn he'll have to make that saving throw.
You're just on the white one. You just chose that one.
It still made it.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. I'm just trying to waste my good rolls. I'm trying. I'm really trying. 21. Roll for us.
All
You are
right.
back up. You are. There's like a pink mist with like little misty hearts around you. It's really weird. You don't know where it came from, but you're
Where's the
probably
dra-
thinking it's Bahamut and Savroth.
Yeah, Bob loves me. All right, let's Is the Drake still in front of me?
The Drake is still like over you. He hasn't paid attention. Like he was walking on to the next thing, so he was after you now because that's what he does next. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of like walking away from you. He's like next to you. You're like on the ground, like getting up, and you just see him like striding by.
Having made short work with you.
All right, I look over to the hunt master after that fireball. Just gotta fuck myself, and it felt good. It does feel good. I'll point over to the hunt master and I'll say, "Help us bring this Drake down, and I will not hunt you for your transgressions." And I'm going to attack the Drake.
And we just blasted him with a fireball.
Yeah, right.
Like the last turn.
Yeah.
I just see him,
help us.
I see him coming out of it.
It
Yeah.
doesn't hurt to help.
And I make it loud enough for our Ayasa and y'all. I make it loud. Here.
I don't think you do anything quiet.
He knows what I can do to him.
Yeah.
You're not going to heal or anything. You're just going to swing again.
Just say that to him and lay some hands on yourself while you're not being targeted.
You can
I might need that for other people.
All right.
That's true.
Yeah.
I say go for what you're doing, bro.
Yeah, dude, go with your heart.
Yeah! That's going to be a 27.
Listen to your heart when it's talking to you. Yeah, that hits.
Before
I'm gonna
you
spell slot.
fucking die.
You fucking die.
Now I want to hear that song.
Ha! Reroll is 2.
3.
Okay, 6, 12,
8.
18. For the first attack.
It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
Ha! It's going to be 24. This is just going to be a regular hammerhead. I'm going to take my last spell slot. For...
Nice.
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. What did I say before?
18.
18 plus 4. So 22.
And then 12.
And then
here.
12 plus 4 for 26.
16.
16. I'm sorry. Thank you.
That's all right.
That's right. No one's gonna keep me down. Nobody's gonna break my stride. Oh no.
That's not the song he's referencing, but good job.
Ain't nobody to bring me down. Wait, ain't nobody to keep me down. Ain't nobody gonna
slow me down.
Ain't nobody to slow me down.
What are you
Ain't
singing?
nobody gonna break
Ain't
my
nobody
stride.
gonna cramp my
Oh
stride.
no, I got to keep on clubbing. Yeah. It's an ancient hunter song used before the club seals up in the Arctic.
Not the Karate Kid song that Geo Seller's referencing, but
Ain't nobody gonna hold me down.
Around.
Ain't
I
nobody.
know what song.
Ain't nobody's ever to keep me down. The
Ain't
best around.
No, now you are mixing two different songs.
no, he's
Yeah, no, he's not. That's
It's some
the
of the
best
Rocket
around
Kid
song.
No one's gonna keep you down.
Yeah.
No, you're singing.
No one's ever
totally
gonna
different.
keep you down.
You are singing
You're
the
the
real
best.
song.
Yeah.
Around.
Okay. Yeah.
Ain't no one gonna cramp my style.
I'm the
Ain't
best.
no one gonna
Oh, you're the best around. I didn't see these two messages.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the best around. No one's ever gonna keep you down. Yeah. Anyway, quality streaming, folks.
75? Okay. So, you just, you yell at
Did you say
him.
75 for no reason?
Yeah, just completely no reason. Just ignore that. So, you yell that at him. You point at the hunter, and he's, just sitting in the scorched, what's left of his hunting party, lifelong companions, his friends, maybe lovers. You don't know. It gets cold. Is there anything in there? No?
Nothing.
Okay. So, and you just swing that hammer up and slam that Drake on the side, basically on his hip as he's walking by you. He's like, screeches out, and then you just take out his leg, and he's slaps, slides into the ground as you're just pounding him, and then you just see the frustration. Actually, no, you feel the frustration as he goes, and just heat starts radiating off
I forgot
of him.
he does this. I forgot he does this. I have no.
So
He's in rage mode.
Yeah, he
fairness to
swells another 10% of his size. His scales are actually separating because he's swelling so much, and heat is radiating through them like molten magma coming out of him. The ground is uncomfortably hot. You're instantly sweating.
It probably does a bit.
Oh yeah, all the snow is gone, just hissing and boiling off around him.
Really cool steam effect going on. It's like
It just keeps radiating further and further, like he's getting angrier and angrier. But yet he is in fury mode. Good luck.
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
I just want to
Can I say?
you're welcome.
Can I say you're welcome? Okay, that's 21. The next would be the hunters. Let's see how you did. He runs.
Good.
I mean, at least he's not attacking us,
Like at least he's not helping you, but
He's not
he's gone.
attacking
He's
us
gone.
either.
Like he was going to be, do I attack or do I run? And then you changed like calling him out is like, okay, now I'm either going to run or I'm going to help. Like,
Good.
so, but he ran.
I feel, yeah. I'm very happy with that.
So the hunters are gone.
These hunters, Giuseppe, they really were like that in Dragonheart, that village that was all meat.
Assholes.
Meat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
assholes.
yeah.
Like she's a perfectly in control werewolf with her circlet, protector of her people.
And they took
They abducted her, took the circlet, and forced her to become a mindless werewolf again, just to hunt her down and kill her.
Yeah.
And skin her as a wolf.
We got so close to just saying, fuck it.
Yeah,
All
fuck
right,
it.
have
Yeah,
fun.
whatever. You know, it's a werewolf. Screw that thing. Which, like, you guys don't know. You're Dragonborn.
We didn't. It
You
was
have no
pure
idea.
ignorance. We're like, we don't know these people. We don't know what the hell.
17. So, yeah, he's getting off that greased wagon.
God, I don't know if Rufus has even seen this guy.
So he's like, oh, and he tries to jump back, and you just see him go, ah! As he jumps back, he just does this flip, and you hear a thump behind the cart. He doesn't fall into the cart or the fire, but he just, he's gone. He's gone behind the cart for now.
Well done.
All right, the drink turns to you. I apologize.
That's some arcane tricking. Yeah.
It's so...
All right, bite, 2 claw. Oh, hold on.
Oh, does he have more attacks?
Fuck off.
It's fucking fireball.
I have adamantium armor.
Yeah, no, he recharged his breath weapon.
No!
But he is so angry with you. He he just turns around, like, you know, he's this massive drake, and you're like here, like he's curled around. He turns around and like looks down on you and does the entirety of the breath weapon just on you. Dex, I don't even think it matters. You have 14 hit points. Like I would have to roll so bad for you to survive this.
Let's do it anyway.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Roll it.
Ah!
Woo, 13 plus what?
2.
Okay, you made it.
Hey!
So I have
this.
half this.
Well, less than a 28, baby. Less than a 28. Let's go.
Oh, nope. I did have some. Okay, hold on.
Whoa, it's close.
6, 12, 22, 27, 27, 29, 30.
That's already
31,
15.
33, 37. That was 37. So, yeah, just... And you're like, defiantly standing against this, holding your
I'm
hammer
on
up against
Dante.
and then you again succumb to the flames and are charred. Just
Now you're
you're like, but you are not laying on the ground. You were up like this, and as you went down, you just knelt, and the hammer is supporting you. So you're unconscious, but you're in a kneeling pose.
That was really
you are
cool.
not fallen.
Alright! Ah, not daunted yet, motherfucker.
So much better than like the Ensign mostly could spit out of his mouth and dropped on the
Thank
ground.
you for that. I did get my save.
All right.
The snow melted out of
The
me.
ground melted underneath
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
That part of the ground is not going to recover for
Yeah.
like seasons.
I'm
It'll
sitting
be
in glass.
years.
Yeah.
Call it the Rofrost bald spot.
Yeah.
The roof was false.
So that was 17. So the guards continuing to fight the cultists. The primary, the two sword wielding noble, he's going to. You see him go behind the cart that the white worm spawn just dropped at. You hear some sword swinging over there. What to do?
It's Dayton's turn.
No, it's the bards.
Well, I mean, yeah. Okay. Never mind.
I don't know.
So when the
You
main
look at me
hunter
for it.
ran, does that mean all the dogs stopped
The
too?
dogs
No.
are dead. Oh no, it's 2 dogs left.
So the bard is going to. She's casting a spell at the dogs on you.
Wait. She's casting a spell at
The
dogs
oh,
on
gotcha.
you.
Yeah. So she comes up and you see like she starts like moving her hand round and round and round, and this like pink pinwheel appears, and the dog's like. And she like they both kind of like run over to her with the pinwheel going and just like sit.
Oh, yes. You just get some charm animal.
She just like hypnotize the dogs.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah, no, you know what? I agree with this guy.
So the
Surprise.
2 dogs on you are beguiled and are now no longer on
I think it's pronounced Big Willed, but
you. Beguiled. Free Ash Avocado. They have free Ash Avocado. Fresh avocado. Now it's your turn. What would you like to do, Savron?
By the way, the reason I was asking because I was like, so during the hunter's turn, one of the dogs have like attacked people.
Oh, that's true.
That's why I was like, maybe I shouldn't say anything, but at the same time, I'm like,
The guards have taken on the dogs that were coming after Xeranax. So the only person that had dogs left on them were you and Cessia. And neither of them hit you, and the one left doesn't hit Cessia.
so even though he is unconscious, I can still heal him for hit points.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm just at 0.
He's at 0. You never go negative anymore,
Okay.
so
No,
you're
no.
always at 0.
I knew that. I just wanted to make sure because then part of me is like, I don't understand
I
the
love
whole
how
like revivify for like 1 hit point.
we're just like,
just heal.
do it. You can do it.
So
Oh.
Revivify is for someone that's failed their death saves, right? It's up to it's basically even if someone fails all 3 death saves.
Died.
Yeah.
Fall on him.
Like if
He's just
if-
unconscious.
He's just unconscious. He hasn't made his first death save yet. But if they fail all 3 of their death saves, they are dead. But if you can get to them with up to a minute of that death, you can bring them back to life.
Okay.
You don't have to wait that long.
No. But like you have a bonus action healing spell, don't you? Oh shit, never mind. It's not a cantrip.
I was like, I do.
It won't work because I'm like, man, you got to get that beacon of hope up, and I'm like, but then you can't heal.
I could still though. I could sacred flame something and then still heal.
Well, but you can't get the beacon of hope up.
Correct.
You could always let him try 1 death saving throw before you heal.
And honestly though, with this thing with 3 attacks, you are literally going to be healing him up, and he's going to be dropped the next turn. Like up, down, up, down, up,
By
down.
healing him up and making him unconscious, he's gonna get a strike off
The
before
bus.
he gets put back
Yeah,
down.
right.
Or
Like that's the thing that you got to like. It's
So
just,
it's
you
worth
picking
it,
him up,
in my
kill him.
opinion.
It's like, that's what I was saying. We keep like
That's
waking
paladin,
him
but
up and
instead
being
of
like,
you,
No,
you can
lay
do
on
it.
hand. He has lay on hands.
lay on hands is an action, and so I'm opting to use my action to attack instead, hoping our
damage.
Lord Savroth can keep me up.
Also,
Or, but I'm
out of
okay with that because I am
curiosity,
Rufus the Undaunted.
would radiant damage hurt this Drake?
Yes.
Okay, I know fire. Would,
Fire does not. Just fire and radiant are different.
That's I just
Radiant. It might even be weak to radiant. This is
It's
a
not. Well,
So let's go ahead and sacred flame the Drake. Fuck it.
Yeah, second flame. Go for it. Oh, it's a saving
Paladin.
Ooh,
It failed its saving throw.
good.
13.
Because then it takes 13 damage. Bitch.
Yeah, take it.
And then I'm gonna healing word my pal over there, Rofrus.
All right, healing
Oh,
word.
At a level 2, so that's 2d4
Oh, good.
plus 5 plus
And massage.
2 plus 2. 4.
No,
so,
I
the
cast it.
Xeronax cast massage.
I have a massage.
so it's really 2d4 plus 9.
So good.
So that's 4 plus 9, so 13.
13 hit points back.
All right.
And like you're like from like crouched, and you're like, and the look on this Drake's face is like it's looking down on you, like yeah, and you just like you glow with light and stand back up, and then he does this. He's like looking at you. He's like, "Ugh," and then he turns his head and looks at you.
Oh no, he doesn't.
It knows why
like,
you're keeping getting up. It knows what it really has to kill.
I didn't get it up the first time. Look at that bard bitch. Like, what the fuck?
Get him. Okay, so
I know Rofrus is going to take it out in its next turn.
Is it Ceci's turn now?
nope. That's 15. Yep. Sorry.
Nope, but
Nope.
yes.
But yes. 15, 11. It's probably gonna be another dead dog.
Don't worry about
Don't-
it, Bandy.
no, we're not talking about you,
what
Bandy.
he said, Bandy didn't say anything.
Did what?
Her eyes literally were like kind of half asleep, and then what?
What? What are you talking about?
What do you mean, dead dog? Right.
Xyanax, he's got an idea
I'm
for
like,
you.
let's see what the idea is.
Yeah.
What?
It sounds like a plan right up his alley, though. So
The stupid not work plan.
She kills the other dog on her. Yeah.
don't worry.
Just might work. Oh, bandolier. Okay. So, Cecia, the werewolf, kills her last dog that's on her, so she is freed
You don't
up
have
for the
that, do
battle.
you, though?
I don't have minor illusion.
She uses her move to run up next to you against the Drake.
Okay. How's she looking?
Fine.
Okay.
She looks like a werewolf.
Yeah. Not like bleeding or nothing.
No.
It's like she hasn't been hit except for
No,
the
they
breath.
they don't get it until they can choose it, and they think they may get it for free later on. The first thing they get for free is Mage Hand. That's invisible.
Yeah.
So
Because it kind of goes into play with like using Mage Hand to pick pockets, pick locks, and
Has
all that.
Cecia been hurt by the breath?
she was hurt by the breath
That's not. I was like, she hasn't been touched.
because
otherwise, though.
that is considered magical. Everything else doesn't hurt her,
Well, and she's been missed by everything else too.
except for those damn dogs had silvered teeth,
Do they have little
caps.
silver key?
Mhm.
Silver caps on the teeth? Nice.
Those hunters are assholes. So everything that could hurt her is pretty
You
much
don't know.
gone.
Well, the bard tamed the dogs that were on me.
Yeah, the bard
This
beguiled
turn.
the dogs this last turn to get them off the healer.
We're not really interested in healing right now.
It's definitely not something Rofrus is interested in.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Okay. So,
I also.
So speak for
The
yourself. Like, that's all I am doing is healing.
Yeah.
She can magic missile the Drake.
she can.
We can't see that white worm dude
Right.
now. I know
The
it
other
was-
noble fighter seemed to go to engage with it, but you've lost sight of it. She kind of wants to levitate the rogue again.
I was waiting for
I was
this.
saying you were looking at me, and I'm like, am I gonna get my dragon balloon again? It'll help me see the wormkin, and keep me out of harm's way from most of the cultists. I think are not using bows.
They're all engaged with Town's guard. Attack the Drake. Levitate the rogue. Or destroy the worm spawn's cover.
I I'm game for either.
Yeah, they all sound like fine options.
I like how no one ever tells her next either. He's always just like looking around and like, oh god damn it.
I think one option is not as good as the rest, but otherwise they're fine options.
Which option do you think is not as good as the rest?
I'm not a big fan of the destroy the cover one,
but yeah, you get levitated.
Yay.
20 feet in the air.
it would be cool if we made a shirt kind of like
Hail Golda!
Yeah.
showing that.
I've been busy. Actually, I had some trouble making one of them, so I ended up not doing it all the way. So.
Yeah.
It's all good. We'll talk about it later.
All right. So that was Yasa. That pick brings it back to the top of the order.
All right. So we're right at the halfway point, so we're going to take a quick break.
Absolutely. So we're at the halfway point. We're going to take a break, everybody. And by everybody, I mean you, Stellar.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. You're amazing.
You fall down the Drake and jump slash.
We will be right back.
Oh, dang, a sick advantage with a sneak attack. Because I think rogues get sneak attacks, so they get an advantage to attack.
They get sneak attack if there's an advantage, or if the opponent is otherwise engaged and they're not engaged.
Mm.
So if you just outnumber, rogues get sneak attack.
Gotcha. Sorry, I didn't realize that was open.
It's not just his body anymore. He's back. I healed him.
Oh, thank you. I didn't drink this. I messed up the water.
Water.
No!
We're not sponsored by Coca-Cola, but we're available. Nor are we sponsored by Canadia's own all dressed chips. We're available, eh? All dressed.
No, thank you.
You don't like all dressed?
I'm not a huge fan.
That is correct. But his body wouldn't count, except for the fact that he was totally distracted.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Did he like walk in on you on the bathroom or something?
No, that's why I locked the door, because I know he's going to try
He banged on it. He was like, oh, sorry.
a couple of times. He knocked, and then tried the door, and then banged on the door, and then tried again.
I was curious because I thought I was like, oh, sorry. And I was like, because I walked in on Eric that one time and I was like, what? Didn't you? The door wasn't even closed. Like, what? How would I have known?
Well, like I was like, hey, we take a break. I've got to go to the restroom. Cool. There's one restroom. So, are you in there? Like, where else would I be?
Yeah, he's just messing with me. You want small dress chips?
No, I'm good, thank you. Also, those Canadian ones. Some leftovers.
that. Get this duck. I would argue it would count as once, but again, if they repeated it. Does my body count as a combatant within 5 feet? My charred corpse.
It's enough to distract it. Okay. We're back. Hey, welcome back.
Hello. Gio's still there with us still.
I think he is.
He
Sticking it out.
He typed that like
Where's she?
less than 30 seconds ago.
No, he typed that like as he was getting further back.
No, he did.
The
Oh, no,
first
that
parts,
is
yeah.
the first part of it.
Hey! Alright.
Okay, so we're back at the top of the order. Where were we?
I was right back at the top of the order.
Yeah.
So now I'm floating in the air. Can I see the worm spawn?
Yes, you can see that the worm spawn is kind of crouched down low, and it's got a spear like this. It's a Ronsewer.
Oh.
And he's faced off against that dual-wielding noble.
So this will be a sneak attack if I shoot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yay. 11.
You got it.
You have inspiration.
Nope, I spent that earlier.
You
Spent
did?
that like 2 turns ago, yeah.
When did you spend that?
He was,
When I missed the second time I shot at something.
yeah, he was mad about not hitting the Drake.
You have
so
inspiration.
The DM says you have inspiration.
Alright, then give it to me again.
How's that?
So that would be 20 then.
What was that? Misses.
Such a dick. That hits, yep.
We're glad you're here, Gio.
I'm glad you're having fun. We are very glad you're having fun. We're having fun. We just kind of did this, like, hey, let's stream. Why not? We're idiots. We have fun.
11.
And now we have people.
With your first attack, don't you have a second?
No,
You're
He's
floating.
shooting-
You're
he's
using
floating,
your bow.
he's
Oh, yeah.
That's with the sneak attack?
Yeah.
And you had your dex in there?
Oh, I didn't add my dex. No, +5, so 16, sorry.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
That's
that's the
pain.
damage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I'm floating in the air, and the wormkin is attacking a different noble. I'm not fighting the Drake.
Yeah, he's shooting at the white worm spawn.
Yeah.
So, besides the Drake that's been chasing them, worm spawn of Tiamat, which are Draconians, I don't know if you know Dragonlance, they're created Dragonborn.
We've been fighting evil dragon Power Rangers, the Super
Yeah.
Sentai team of
They
doom.
are like
Yeah, pretty much.
Dragon
Yeah,
Power.
they faced a blue, what was it? Schemer.
green- yeah.
A blue schemer, a green berserker.
Yeah.
The black was the schemer.
Schemer, yeah.
The black spawn schemer. The blue spawn.
Trickster, I guess.
No, it was the warlock. It was the tyrant or whatever it was. I have it all written down. But green and the green spawn. And you were told by those 2 cultists you captured that escaped that they had talked to a white one at Cormyr who went off ahead of the group.
It's just,
And he's been setting this trap.
Yep. Yeah, what a trap it is.
What a trap it is. Alright, so. Your sneak attack idea did work, yes. But he's floating in the air and he shot down. So he
Yeah.
just basically, this guy's thinking he's behind cover and doesn't have to worry about anything, is fighting this noble, and all of a sudden you got probably the guy's own arrow back into him. Did you use his own arrow?
No, I didn't. I wanted to make sure that this one worked. I'm not gonna flub this. Even doing it normally, I flubbed it once and then used my inspiration.
And shot down on it, catching him in the shoulder by surprise,
He hisses, and like frost comes out of his mouth as he hisses.
I bet he's a fire worm.
White.
Frostburn.
Like the tip of really hot flames. Like white.
Ooh. You're reaching.
You're reaching.
Good for you.
21. You are back up with
Am I really?
13 hit
I
points.
just
Like
shut her out of the
you are like you are burnt. Like you are just caked in burnt crust. Like as you get up and move, you can feel like the skin snapping and breaking and blistering. But you're like,
what am I at? Damn it.
14.
13.
13 hit points. You have 13 hit points.
Oh my god. I have to heal myself.
No, you don't.
Alright. Yes, my lord. And I say, I call out to the Red Drake. I say, is that all you got? And I just charge it again with the jammer.
Can you say that in Draconic?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
No, I'll say no. Draconic.
You know it understands Draconic.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I say it's probably instinctively. That's my natural language.
Even though he's been downed and back up, all your stuff is still on, right? You still have Shield of Faith up.
No.
Do I?
No.
Oh, it's off.
Yeah, it's gone.
What about my glowing hammer?
If it's not concentration, then it's still on.
No, that just lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah, then that's still on.
Oh, and this has been 3 rounds, so I have 7 minutes left of this.
Inspiration.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah! I'll take 24.
24 will hit.
Like your first swing was like,
Yeah! Going to do 7 plus 4 for 11 damage. And then...
Is that that's plus your strength and everything?
Yeah.
11?
Yeah, and then I'm going to power my last spell slot to get the thunderous strike in this one.
It's a bonus to because you have nothing else. Yeah, yeah. Go for it.
So I have to hit. Ooh. Hopefully this hits. Ha!
Nope.
Oh, I missed. Good thing it lasts for a bit. Unless he kills me right now. Well, 13. I doubt 13 hits.
Well, it looked at me last, so maybe he's coming my way. Are you good at that?
And disengage.
You know.
Yep. Alright. That's my turn.
Oh, man.
I've never seen DBZA.
What's DBZ?
I'm sure it's Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Is it a bridge?
Alpha.
That's
you fucking missed.
You fucking... Oh, didn't you tell me about that? The Dragon Ball Z where the guy condenses it down and over narrates it?
Oh my god, are you talking about DBZ Abridged?
Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah. I fucking love DBZ Abridged.
DBZA?
20.
I put the monitor like right in front of you.
I've been talking with this guy all night. I'm sorry, it's my turn. I'm concentrating on the game.
He's like, Dragon Ball Z Abridged? Dragon Ball Z Abridged? I've never heard Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Didn't you tell me about Dragon Ball Z Abridged? What are you talking about?
I have no idea. Yeah, Team 4-Star. That shit is brilliant. If you guys haven't watched that, oh my god, it's so funny.
And honestly, except for I'd be watching Dragon Ball Z and fuck that.
They I will say that they absolutely improved Dragon Ball Z. Like it makes it. They actually go through like the moments.
Hey, could you concentrate on the game?
Oh,
an 11 definitely misses.
So sorry. Thank you. Sorry, Rosie.
Okay.
Let's try it, Jack.
Gain inspiration.
Thank you. Now, would you please kill me again?
Yes. It is its turn. So.
Oh, good.
Is it the dogs? No,
they're gone. They're all gone. 2 dead, 2 beguiled.
Okay.
4 dead, actually. Yep.
Killed 4 dogs. Don't listen, Bandy.
She's over here with her duck. She's got her
emotional
support duck.
Can't bring that duck in a thirsty.
No, I can't.
Or yourself.
Let's. God, it really needs to kill you if it wants to kill him.
But it just,
But-
it just,
but to
he
leave,
just hit it again.
yeah.
Like,
To
Keep on it.
if it moves away, then there's a whole bunch of attacks of opportunity coming on it.
right, bitch.
Huh.
I say it's got to think. Like, do you want to keep
DBZ
taking
Kai
his
was
damage,
better than the
or-
original. I stand by. I think Team 4 Stars Dragon Ball Z Bridge is
I mean,
better
he doesn't
than
know
both
that I
of
can
them.
keep doing what I did last
I
year
think
in
it still
every
contains-
round.
1 to 3, it's going after you.
Okay.
4 to 6, it's staying on them.
Also remember to roll. It's
We're playing a game, so
Rough.
we'll
Oh,
get
yeah.
back to that, Geocellic.
After you. All right. It's going after you, and let's see if it regenerates its breath weapon. No, it doesn't. Okay. So it's turned its head and its attention, its fury, and this thing is still like you can like start to see through it, like its bone structure, its rib cage, and everything. It's true. And it turns and just starts striding away from you towards him. So attack of opportunity. You need to divine challenge it.
I'm out of spell slots
Oh,
now.
you used them all.
But I'm going to hit it with a 29.
You are going to hit it with a 29.
is that a root vibration?
And I'm going to knock it fucking silly with my Thunderous Smite. That was my phone.
No, he just meant that the ribs are showing up through the glowing of its internals.
Yeah, it is so hot and angry that its internals are glowing red hot. So even through its scales, you can see like the bone rib cage as if you were like putting a flashlight behind a hand.
Okay.
Still, that's, you know.
Yeah. All right. So
15
5,
plus
6, 7. That's 15, and the thunder knockback
All
booming.
right.
That's right.
Is there a saving throw?
Ah! I don't know. Probably
You
not.
have the spell.
That's what the card's for.
A strength saving throw.
No, I'm pretty sure this thing's strong.
It's pretty strong.
Natural 20.
Yeah. But it felt it.
Hey, it still
And
takes some
everyone
damage,
hears
dog.
it.
That's the point.
The
It's
boom,
15,
the boom goes for 300 feet. Like it's a,
And boom goes at 300 feet.
and boom goes for 300 feet.
What's important is that you did the damage.
Knock it
To
in the
it.
mountain. I really wanted to just.
Did the 15 have a plus to it? The 15 plus.
Oh yes, it did.
4
Thank
or
you.
something?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Plus 4 to my strength. Yeah, 19.
So you keep forgetting about that. I'm like,
I
we
do.
need every damage possible.
You're right,
into
you're
this
right.
Thing. Don't
Okay.
forget.
I'm just not used to
anything.
doing this much damage. When I do
You're
that
just like,
much, I'm just thinking like,
Oh,
less
and
damage.
like you swing, that thing comes down, boom. Cessia takes at it, tries to rake against it. You just see sparks coming from her claws going across this thing's scales, and then she like pulls her hand back, and you see like the fur is burning on her hand from touching it. And she's
So to answer your earlier question, yes, the heat does damage the dog hair.
She pulls back. The thing ignores the knockback, ignores the thunder's roar, and it strides up to you and claw bite.
Oh,
Bring it, biatch. This is not gonna be good.
we need a rock type band. I'm hearing Pokemon music in my head too. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
We don't have water.
9.
We're dragon people.
It's not gonna do shit.
Who ever heard of a water dragon?
19.
Asia?
That'll hit me.
20.
Of course, if the other one hits.
All right, so you get 1 claw and 1 bite.
Ooh, the bite's the bad.
Yeah. It's gonna be rough, boy.
My lord!
Oh, I didn't. Oh my god.
What? What'd you miss?
I missed like the ending of one of the attacks. I'm like, oh, what's this? Oh, okay. The claw does 2d6 plus 6 damage. 11.
Okay.
The claw does d10 plus d6 fire damage
You mean the
plus
mouth,
6.
the bite?
The bite. Sorry, yeah.
Isn't your armor class 20 right now?
18. Oh, don't you have your armor on?
I do, but it's still a 19 and a 20 hit me.
Even when, so your 18 is with your bonus. Oh, okay, so you pressed your button.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
With your shield and everything? Okay.
19.
Oh.
That's unfortunate.
No, you're not down, are you?
Yeah.
Sure am.
Oh.
So, like, it swipes at you and you duck underneath it. He swipes at you again and you raise your shield and just gets behind that shield, claws up the back of your arm, and then as you're turned and off balance, it kirk and slams you on the ground.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Luckily, there's still 14 more enemies that get to go before it's our turn.
This is it.
I mean, there's still the worm, there's still the cultists and the soldiers, unless you're just continuing to...
I mean, that's just, they just are tied up with each other. Like, it's pretty much just you and the Drake now. So, that's actually affecting you. Oh, no, the worm spawn. Mm-hmm. He's kind of tied up with that noble.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see that too, man. Oh, man.
Okay. All right. That was
someone
17.
else that could heal. Oh, wait, they expended all your
He has lay on hands.
I
specifically did not.
held off my lay on hands. Or shit like this.
It doesn't require a spell slot or anything?
Nope, it's a paladin ability.
Just making sure. Because it's like I know he
Oh, I
expended
got
his
you, my lord.
He knows what he's doing.
I'm saying the next one's going to be like, you're a healer, and stops both of you again.
Theoretically, I should know what I'm doing.
So that was 17. Next up is Sav... Oh.
That's it, motherfucker.
Dead save, yeah. That's true.
What do I roll for that?
D20. That's just a 10 or higher.
Oh, no.
7's lower than 10, right?
Oh, wait. The bard goes before you.
Oh.
Yeah, you're getting a puff of pink smoke.
That'd be
4, 5, 6, 10 hit points.
Hey.
So the bard goes right after the Drake, then you go.
10, you said?
Yep.
Alright.
It's funny to me that I have the most focused.
I know, that's weird.
Well, I guess I'm supposed to be staying out of the
Yeah.
I did hit you once,
Yeah,
but then you caught
fire.
it. Oh, the fire hit you.
Yeah.
Well, then
You caught the arrow.
Yeah.
I guess at this point, considering future, I'm going to cast some Beacon of Hope.
Okay. Cast Beacon of Hope. Remember, your armor is down now.
I know,
so
it's like I lose my Shield of Faith.
you lost it when you went unconscious.
Oh.
Wow. But you would have lost it when you
Either
cast
which
that.
way.
Hard to concentrate.
All right, so you cast Beacon of Hope. Next up, Beacon of Hope gives everyone something, right?
There's
everyone has Wisdom save
I-
bonus or something.
I mean,
like
I
that.
choose targets, but yes, obviously I would choose all my buddies.
there's
Do you
an
include
NPC
Cecily?
bard that apparently has a
course.
healing spell.
Shit,
It's an
I-
how about
NPC
the
we've
bard
never
and
met
the
them before.
knight?
The
I don't
Bard
know.
and the
We don't know.
Noble.
And the guards.
Welcome. I'm just kidding.
I mean, does it have a
And
limit?
it says any number of creatures within range was 30 feet, though.
Yeah, you
So-
can get some guards in there too,
Sure.
if you want.
Anyone that's on our side.
So
Yeah,
it gives.
command that
What does
shit.
it give? Advantage to Wisdom saves.
Advantage on Wisdom saving throws, Death saving throws, and regains the maximum number of hit points possible from
Dex
it.
saving throws?
Death.
Death.
Oh, death. I was like, Jesus Christ.
All right. So he comes up, and a beacon of hope raises above him. Like it looks like Bahamut's looking down on him, shining a light, and then everyone starts all the people he nominated within 30 feet start glowing as well.
Yes.
Rofus might be the only one that would recognize this because it's probably I guess it's channel divinity things. Anyway,
And it's the Drake hisses. All right. That turns it into Cessia. Cessia reaches down and pulls out two very small hatchet-looking things. They're actually blades that go just kind of cover her whole hand almost. And she,
really?
had them. They look like they were discs or something that were on her back. They look like decoration before, but she reaches in and they're handles and just shink, and they just have blades around the sides, and kind of like moon blade-ish.
Oh.
You know, she is a worshiper of saloon.
She's got some pretty neat toys for some random savage werewolf type person.
So she runs up and tries to cut this thing. The Drake. And fails. This can't pierce the
She's wearing the
hide.
ring of Xernax luck.
Yeah.
She's like, what does this do? I miss everything.
Yep. Ayasa. Do you need to go anywhere? Do you call out? Like,
No,
do you go
I'm still
down?
I'm still in a good spot. I can hear everything. Yeah.
She turns and launches magic missiles at the Drake. That's about all she can do to that damn thing. She's going to channel it at a higher spell slot. Because why not? She only cast her fireball. So she's going to cast it at 3rd level.
I don't have to get within 5 feet as long as they're engaged. I'm using a long distance weapon.
Yeah, as long as they're engaged. If the enemy you're attacking is engaged with anyone else and you are not engaged with another enemy, then you have your sneak attack. Even if it's not advantage, you still get the sneak attack as long as the person is engaged. The target is engaged.
What are you looking for?
D4s. Like the easiest one to see, but there's one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
Ow.
Ow.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 damage to this thing.
Nice.
I was saying, watch Ayasa's the one that brings it down.
Yeah, right.
What were you guys doing? Like that, man.
She's like,
House is kind of least likely to bring the Drake down anyway. Because fire doesn't hurt.
She's the least likely, but she could do it with magic missiles if she just keeps pumping it into it.
Yeah.
All right, so
Guaranteed damage.
back to the top of the order.
Ooh.
Xernax.
Well, would she just do that fireball too?
Not fireball. Magic missiles to the Drake.
Oh, okay.
She cast it at
That's
3rd
the
level.
third level, I got it.
More snake attacks. Oh, sneak attacks.
If you can do snake attacks, that would be really
If you can do snake attacks.
I gotta carry a snake with me, like sneaky
nobody
snake.
expects
No, you gotta do
a
the
sneaky
you need to do
snake.
the Conan and get snake arrows.
No, there you go. Take a sneaky snake. I guess I'll shoot that worm spawn again because we're gonna have to deal with him sooner or later. He's still engaged with the other thing.
Yes.
So noble.
No.
Yep.
18.
I have to start speaking like heavy. A sandwich?
I don't know what this is from.
Team Fortress 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I've never played that.
It's one of the ones where the gun comes up at the bottom.
I do like sandwiches.
Unless you're a medic, it's like a...
Ding, healing. Overcharge! Speaking to the runner asset and love sandwich.
I like it's the only Russian I know is like no money, no hand. You know what I mean? Like that really Western kind of
that like creepy gangster one.
Yeah. Cheeky breaky.
This is just whatever accent you use. Don't use particles or articles. They don't say go to the store. They go to store.
Go to
Go
store.
to
No.
Go to
Good,
store.
the machine.
I like son of
Can you
Christ.
find the money?
I am
Can you find money?
I am take car to store.
You see moose and squirrel?
You see moose and squirrel?
I can't do it. Sorry, I'm not.
What'd you get?
18.
That'll hit.
Oh, look at that.
If you see moose and squirrel.
You just say, look at that.
14.
Is that including your dexterity?
That's 14, man.
Dude, I know. Still, I'm just like, God, I know these fucking 1s and 2s. Roll to hit. 27. Roll damage. 4.
That's with the dexterity and the magic?
Yeah. Oh, the magic. Yeah, the magic's added in my damage automatically, so yeah. It's 46 plus 5. I got 14.
Nothing, like, there's nothing else?
There's nothing else. Like, that's me stretching it as much as I can.
Alright.
I mean, I guess as a free action, I can hurl an insult at it.
Yeah!
Take that!
Roll for us.
Seeing Savoth get ping blanged, clawed, bitten, I brush over through the now melted snow. I'm like, my lord! And I go lay hands on him for 20.
20 hit points back.
Out of my 25. I still have 5 left.
Breath weapon, damage 47.
I was gonna say, like,
I know.
I'm so hoping.
It might happen.
Oh, it is his turn. So let's find out.
I know. So it's kind of like...
I'm going to use the big die.
I'm not even worried.
You're not even scared?
No.
Not even scared.
That's the wrong attitude.
I'd be shocked it goes over 4.
So close. I saw it. It was a 5. He did not regenerate his breath weapon. So instead,
He's
going to claw Cessia, and bite him. Are we ready?
Bring it on!
Cessia, it doesn't hurt her. She's a werewolf. Immune to all damage that's not silver or magic.
Golly, really?
Yeah.
He doesn't count as a supernatural creature?
He's a supernatural creature, but his claws aren't magical.
No,
His fire is. But
so if he bit her, he might be able to hit her, right?
Maybe get a little bit through. I don't know. I'd have to, it has a D6
It's not
fire.
like a damage resistance, it's just straight immune.
It's damage immunity. Yeah.
Wow.
Werewolves
I
are
wanna be
no
a
joke.
werewolf.
Right?
Can you please bite me, says you?
Alright, so when he kills us,
All werewolf
king-
party? Is that what's next?
We'll take a week off and like next time we come in, welcome back to the Wileyverse where now everybody's a werewolf.
Bandy can join us.
A silver dragon comes down and kills you all.
Oh,
What's next?
Silver Drake! No!
Silver dragon.
No, you put a were-rat and a were-jackal in
would
there.
be cold.
Not all
The
of them.
scales would still technically be silver.
You're all different
But
weird.
so-
Different weird creatures.
Yeah,
You're like
were-bear, were-jackal, werewolf,
there we go.
were-rat.
Yeah.
Dibs on were skunk.
We're jackass.
Okay, you are getting clawed.
Where
Keep reading. Come on. I don't have my shield of faith anymore. Come on.
What are you at? Still 13?
No, it's not good, my lord.
15.
Oh!
Really?
Damn it! I'm down.
Wait, is that a hit?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. 15 to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Gee, you bounced off my arm. I'm sorry,
like,
that was
what?
damage.
I know we were all already, you know, automatically looking at his hit points like, oh, he's done.
So, cling. So you have like a 16 armor left.
Yeah, 16,
Okay, so-
yeah.
All right.
Andy, are you over here predicting my death again?
She's trying to protect you from me. Look at that. All right.
She's like,
The bite.
The GM is horrible.
Come on.
Natural 20.
Oh, I hate when he shows it.
No!
Because it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
8.
Oh!
Rolled a 2.
Woo!
Miss.
How'd you miss with your mouth?
Right.
Damn it, he's right there.
The problem is the eyes are up here, so it's like I can't
Well,
see
I know,
anymore.
and it's
I
supposed to
can't see anymore.
And it's supposed to represent like you fighting off and stuff.
I can't. Shit. Okay, it's right there. It's right. I can't see anymore. Shit.
Doesn't move his upper jaw, just his lower jaw. Come on.
He's like, how did I get so big? I can
so
barely
good
use it.
protection, Bandy. Good job.
Awesome. A weird chip would be pretty interesting, huh?
You would just get
Run,
smaller and
cheeky.
hairier. You're like,
All right.
Cheeky breeky.
It's a funny story about Cheeky, but it's too long. So there is the worm spawn tries to flee.
No.
So he disengages.
You're fine.
He ganopes out from the.
I'm floating.
He ganopes out from the noble
Get
and starts running towards the gates through the carts. You're going to get one shot at him before he disappears into the city.
Shot to pin him.
Or just hit him. And
just
just,
gonna
there's
hit him.
like,
He's almost
but you
dead.
don't get it now. Like it's on your turn. But he's like weaving back through the carts and trying to go in through the gates.
I feel like this is that. Well, when I got into that fight with that. What was the trickster, the black trickster? What is it actually? What
The
was it?
schemer?
The schemer. And
No, it
he's
was-
like, "You can do it. You need help." And I'm like, "Whoa!" Like I'm getting full.
No, I really need help. No, the blue was the schemer. The black
You had a
worm
name
spawn
for it. I
was
can't remember what
something
you
else.
called it. Yeah, it had a
The black spawn sneak.
different
Yep.
sneak. That's
So
right.
it was the sneak, the schemer, and the berserker.
I thought the warlock was the schemer.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm like, didn't sound right. All right, so that was everything on 17. So that takes us to
Isn't the bard go before?
Sephiroth.
yeah, the bard's doing something else.
She's like texting.
Yeah.
I chipped a nail, guys.
Yeah.
1 minute, time out.
I understand.
Just kidding. I'm training.
Check
I'm training my new dogs.
Yeah, she probably is.
Roll
Sephiroth, don't you feel good with that extra 20 health?
I do. I feel wonderful, actually.
Thank you, my lord. I appreciate it, my lord. I'm here for you, my
She's got a
lord.
tumescent glow.
Get her paw up and everything.
That was one of my favorite lines from a movie. It's the what's his name? Russell Crowe.
The Drake's mouth.
Robin
the
Hood.
Drake's mouth
Robin
is
Hood.
still open.
The
Oh, is the Drake's mouth still open?
Yeah, it's dripping molten saliva. What was it in Robin? In
it's
Who's?
the Russell Crowe.
oh, I
Robin
never
Hood.
watched that one.
It's pretty good, but there's a scene where Max von Sydow is the dad,
Andy.
the actual like older man, and Robin Hood's presence there in the house like kind of reinvigorates him. And when they get up in the morning, he's like made breakfast for everybody despite his age and health. And they come down and like the daughter's like all impressed, and they're like, you know, kind of giving. He's like, I woke with a tumescent glow the first time in 15 years, and he's like, oh, it's so beautiful, and everyone like. Robin Hood laughs, and Marianne's like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "I don't know what the fuck that means." Google tumescence, and tumescence is like a tube or a glow, and it glows. So he woke with a boner, but he's like tumescent glow, and I was like, "Yes!" I mean, I love that. So I was like, "Oh, does your 20 hit points make you feel better?"
Are you gonna
I'm like,
heal, or are you gonna
glow.
shoot this thing full of magic in its mouth?
In his mouth.
We've already showed that healing is pointless at this point.
The only thing keeping you alive since the beginning.
Yeah, I know. I accidentally actually said Robin Wood earlier.
Robin
I was
Wood.
talking about. I'm like, hey, I'm actually talking about Robin Wood.
Well, because honestly, the only thing that... Because Ayasa's probably going to damage it next.
You've got a ring of the ram.
You got the ring.
That's 60-10 if you throw all 3 charges.
Oh my
into
god.
Can I do all 3 charges at once?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why we gave it to you because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so you have like
It's a plus
ridiculous.
6 to hit, or plus 7 to hit.
We were gonna give it to me, but I was like, that'll blow
You
all my
have to
cover all
spend
the time.
1, 2, 3 of the charges are 60 feet.
He's like, you've been down twice. He's been down once. He's like, let's go conservative with this ring.
1 charge.
I'm going to waste it.
Kamehameha.
King Kamehameha.
Come at me, bro. Meh. It's a ring.
I knew I wanted to bring up the ring of the ram. I messaged you guys earlier.
Ring of the
Like,
slightly
Yeah.
upset sheep.
I just didn't realize you'd use all charges at once.
Oh,
oh
It's
yeah, dude,
Let's freaking do that then.
do it.
Because I was going to attack either which way.
Good. Yeah, you got healed.
I
So
thought about Guiding Bolt, but then that would give Ayasa advantage on Magic Missile, which
doesn't have to roll
need.
it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If you were
It's-
next,
is it
I would
plus
do
7?
that so you could, yeah.
Okay.
Attack roll with a plus
I healed
7
you,
bonus.
so you got to do something.
Roll it.
So, okay.
I think it'd be great to get Bandy a service vest and bring her to
So
Oh,
19?
bring her to
Yep, that'll hit.
nice. Oh
So,
man,
you
just
just like-
open mouth.
Oh, you stand up. Its mouth is open.
How
Oh,
many D10?
6. What? 6d10. 2d10 for each charge.
Oh, Like, let me make
Yeah,
sure.
this angry ass ram flies out of this ring.
I only need 2.
Get it!
Well,
Hail Golda! Boom! I see a 10.
10, 13, 14, 20. Oh, sorry, I lost count now. Sorry. So 2, 8, 16, 26, 29 damage.
Another craziest roll. That's 29 damage!
It had 8 hit points left.
Ah! My God! He finally killed this son of a bitch!
Motherfucker goes us into using all 3 charges, and he's like, "Oh yeah,
Oh,
I was
it's
like, almost getting
spectacular.
nabbed, yeah."
So this thing, like the heat, like it's about to start scorching the earth around it and combusting things, and you just reach up and throw this out. The ram head comes out, hits it right in its open mouth, stuffing everything back into it. The force pushes its neck back and down, and then this thing bursts under the pressure of it. Just there is an explosion of fire. Its spine comes out. Its wings erupt and they go flying, but they never hit the ground ever again. They are so hot and so engulfed in flame they burn in the sky and turn to ash. This thing just detonates and scorches the how big is the pushback for each?
5 feet per.
Yeah. Is it 5? Only 5?
Like
30 feet back from this thing, there's just bits and debris of molten drake. Just scorched earth.
Yeah, so on a hit for each charge you spend, the target takes 2d10 force damage is pushed 5 feet away from you.
So, its carcass is 15 feet away from you, and the resultant explosion is another 30 feet beyond that.
Oh my God! I point to the skies and say, "Do you see the power of my Lord Bahamut?" And I turn and try to join the people fighting the cultists.
All right, I think the last thing we really have to do to take care of in this is if you can take care of that worm spawn before it gets away.
No pressure.
Natural goddamn 20.
Yes.
Oh God! You got
a 20.
Yeah.
You want to go for kill? You want to go for questions?
Oh, fuck that guy.
Okay.
He's dead.
Oh.
I'm so mad at these things at this point.
They really are a bunch of bastards,
Yeah,
aren't
this is
they?
not a sneak attack, is it?
Oh yeah, it is because he's not even facing you. He's only got 2 hit points left.
I think I can do it.
The Kumo.
Oh,
You finally did it!
I know. Now that I only needed 2.
So he's running
15, 16.
and he's ducking in between it
plus
out of
5 is
carts.
21. Natural 20, 21. I had 2 hit points left.
You double all the dice.
Like
Oh
he's
my
like,
God.
I double all the what?
Because you critted. So roll the damage. Roll all the dice again.
You critted.
Oh, so that was 21.
You don't add the modifier in again, but you roll all the dice and add all of those
So
in.
21 plus 11, 13, 16, so 27.
Yeah. Okay. So this guy's running. He's weaving inside of out of
Overkill.
carts
Oh, wait, no, what did I get?
through fights.
37.
You got
37, yeah.
Yeah,
37.
Yeah, 37.
And
Like you've never seen an arrow do so much damage.
you're jawed back and you're waiting. He's like, Jukin coming out of odd angles. He's really good at ducking, and you're just like,
No.
and you look up ahead and you're like, well, there's the gate. You have to go around it. So, and you let it loose right at where the gate is half closed, and he comes up and he's gonna slink around that gate, and you just already had fired the arrow, and he's just comes right through his jaw, out the other side, just twirls in the air and hits the ground with a lifeless thud. I don't have to know where you are. I have to know where you're going. Bam!
I think that's the most powerful arrow I've ever
That's a
seen.
good fucking shot, man.
I like natural 20 sneak attacks. That was fun.
Oh my God!
Those are what
Inspiration
you
all around for watching the Drake blow up.
want. Yeah.
Oh, good. I'd never use mine.
If you were gonna fail, they were gonna
Well, for us,
ram.
it
I was
happened,
gonna
we've
be
gone through 3 inspirations. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
And just so you know, the ring of the ram recharges has 3 charges total. 1 charge per dawn, I believe.
It's 1d3. Every dawn you roll 1d3 and you get that many charges back. So
Yeah.
it could take up to 3 days to get them all back. It could be 1 day. You
I'm
get
so glad somebody finally used that thing because this is awesome. And now we know.
Yeah. Okay, so you enter the fray with the guards of the cultists, which is already winding down. The cultists are all gone. Like, once you enter the fray, there's no saving them. A couple guards have been injured. 1 guard is dead.
Dead.
Well, unless you revivify.
I'm gonna. I mean, I got 5 in laying hands left.
No, he's dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
If you revivify, he'll come back. I don't know if you have a spell slot left for that, so then
I will
that's
say we will
them's the
save
breaks.
my lord.
Oh wait, you have the pearl.
Yeah, I do.
If you want to use
Power.
pearl power.
And I'll lay on hands some people. Just spread out my 5 hit points.
Yeah, I mean they don't have that many to begin with, so
Yeah.
I will not
It's-
pick anybody's pockets.
good for you.
I'm not that kind of rogue.
Hey, cultist! See what we did to that drink?
So you
Oh,
Clasp your
how
pearl.
about you?
cast your pearl, get back a third spell slot, 3rd level spell slot, and revivify the guard. So there is no casualties on the side. The guards turn on Cessia
40K.
because they see a werewolf.
No! No! Stand down! I call.
I'm still floating. I'll shoot a couple of arrows in front of the guys. Like,
Oh, nice. Nice.
Roll an intimidation with advantage
Nice.
from his arrow play.
Good thing you
God.
have
Shit for calling it there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, good call there. Hold on, I am proficient.
Geo called it intimidation with advantage.
Ah, nice.
Use your inspiration.
Hold on.
Wait, did you fail?
I rolled
advantage?
low, but I'm it's +7, so
16.
16.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah, they stop and like back up from that, and you see like she looks around and puts her blades away, and then just comes
look at
out of
her,
it. Like,
yeah.
she just pulls herself out of lycanthropy,
Are you
pulls herself
okay?
out of everything. Just a little singed.
Me too.
She's like, she looks at you like, oh god.
You used to have whiskers.
The bard comes over to you now with 2 dogs.
Right,
They're
yeah.
hers.
I know the dog. And well, we don't know these people. I kind of get defensive in front of Savroff. I'm like, thank you. I get defensive, but I open with thank you for your help. Who are you?
Can someone let Xeranax down?
She's like,
Oh, you still love this guy?
she waves away, and you have that
No.
immediate sense of falling, like ah! And like you fall about 10 feet, and then she goes like this, and you go. Whoop, whoop. She cuts the levitation spell, and then feather falls you before you hit the ground.
God, you're like almost used to this at this point.
Well, the joke is that all 3 times I've been a balloon, I've had to ask to come back down.
Yeah, like,
because we've moved
hey.
on. We're like, oh, so
Yeah,
continue. I'm like,
Hey.
I'm up here.
Oh, we didn't bring
The man
book
comes
this
around the corner, comes around from fighting cultists, slings his blades out to get the blood off of them, and sheaths them. Time to go to notes. We're outside of combat.
Geo, we don't.
Dogs
Our
are
group doesn't have dogs. There were dogs after us, and one of the bards, or
Yeah.
the bard.
The werewolf hunters had dogs.
Yeah, and then this unknown bard charmed them to her side. But you are right. If you ever had dogs in your campaign, they're great to have.
We didn't tame the dogs. This bard tamed the dogs.
Maybe we can tame the bard.
Roll intimidation at disadvantage.
Maybe you can charm the bard. Alright. Oh, we're waiting on Dave too.
Yeah. Sorry, I need to find the. I put my paperwork away when we're fighting.
Right, this
get back to
is a big fight.
Actually, I was like, okay, it feels like it's done. But I'm like, oh, thank God, that's stupid.
Yeah, who has heard of Danny Phantom? Huh?
I've never heard of Danny Phantom.
Only 90s kids remember.
Who?
Phantom.
I'm older than you.
It's like, I think it was made by the people that did the Fairly Odd Parents. It looks like the same animation style anyway. It's kind of like this Ben 10 sort of thing. I don't know. I know of it. I've never seen it. I was thinking of making a Danny Phantom with a monk, warlock, multi-laser. Do it! That sounds fun. Yeah, Butch Hartman. Okay, is that the guy who does?
Oh, I've seen this guy. I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, that's definitely the same artist, animator.
It also looks a little bit like this is definitely Ben 10's artwork.
$2000s, yeah. I kind of stepped away from Nickelodeon around 2000.
Stepped away from you were like working for them?
No, like I stopped. I was like interested in girls at 2000 because I was like 16 years old. I was like, whoa, changes. You know what I mean?
The man comes forward, says, "I'm Stolas Steel, and this lovely lady is Roe Twilight. She doesn't talk much. For a bard, it's kind of weird. We're Grey Cloaks of Neverwinter."
Great cooks of Neverwinter. That's fascinating. We have an entertainer who does not speak much as well. And this is Lord Savroth. Noble, we are an envoy from Clan Goldath. I'm his protector, Rofrost, and this is our underhand, Xeranax, the floaty he was overhanded this time. Above lateral position.
You put out your hand. Do you do the thing?
That's like your tee-hee of this game.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, Rofrost's bones and guts are still hanging out.
Yeah, I'm not looking great.
The guardsmen kind of start coming up. They've kind of gathered and cleaned themselves up, and they're in a little powwow over by the gate. They're helping people. Some of them are out helping people that have been injured, and the others that have fled that are now kind of coming back. That seems to calm down. But the guard captain strides forward and says, "Stolas, we shouldn't let such threats into our city, should we?" Because when Stolas turns and kind of looks at him, he's like, "Not only are we going to let these people in our city, but we're taking them straight to the Protector's Enclave. I am sure that Lord Neverember will want to speak with you."
Stolas and who was it?
Stolas Steel and Roe Twilight.
And then Lord Neverember.
Well, Lord Neverender is the person who just took over the ruins of Neverwinter, who just reclaimed it. Stolas Steel and I'm sorry.
Roe Twilight.
Sparlight. What?
Roe Twilight.
Roe Twilight.
Roe
Twilight. All right. Well, let's get Apple Dash together and we'll head on over.
Okay.
I get to be Rainbow Sparkles.
If you do you need any more tending?
Yes.
Yeah. All of us are hurt pretty bad.
Roe will use the rest of her magics on healing.
Makes me nervous that we're not getting a short rest or something.
I know.
We'll just spend some healing on you before you move on. Looks down at you.
16 back for you.
Shakes what looks like head.
what looks like
8 back for you. Alright.
The fuck is there next?
How far are you down?
I'm not that hurt that bad. I'll be fine. I'm at 19 out of 30, but I'm not in the forefront.
Did you say 16?
Mm-hmm.
9.
It's the most hit points you've had since the beginning of the session.
Oh my god. I'm at 29. Yeah.
You're practically dancing now.
My lord, That was an excellent punch you gave that dragon in the face.
You do not look well.
Never been better. Yes, I hope you write down how Lord Savroth of Clan Goldoth punched that dragon in the face and brought it low.
I will be sure to keep it in memory and in writing.
It should be in gold.
She starts cantripping you clean, like getting the scorch marks off of you. Pretty much. So they take you into the city through the gates, Stolas and Row. Ayasa spends her entire time mending and cleaning your outfits with prestidigitation.
We're not typical because we're Dragonborn. We have different culture and things like that, so it's a lot of goofiness that doesn't fit.
Yeah, they definitely do not understand humans all that well.
Like I'm definitely more of a I'm not really like a religious paladin, or like
you're a champion paladin.
Yeah.
They're from Tymenther, which is the Dragonborn culture of Tymenther is very samurai-ish.
But yeah,
and they're well, you're
a little what?
Goldath is wealthy.
Oh, sorry.
Tymenther is samurai as they focus on one thing and try to perfect it.
Sponsorship.
There goes my partnership.
I'm proud of it. What's wrong with you people?
Yeah. Well, there goes the channel.
Sorry, everybody.
I like the analogies. I really do.
Going through the streets, you're going through a ruined city. Like, there's nobody here. Most of the buildings are in disrepair.
Good thing we defended it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
For 7 days.
Right? Most of there's entire sections of the place that are leveled and just rubble. There's ruins. Every once in a while you'll see groups of people hanging out, and they look over and size you guys up. Like they're bandits, out in the wilderness. But seeing Stolas and Row, and definitely yourselves being as intimidating as you are, nothing approaches you, and no one gives you any lip.
Yeah, right.
But you make your way through this entire like massive city almost that's just ruined until you get to another wall and go through another gate with guards at it, and then enter what you would expect from a city. Big, sweeping, 2-story, 3-story buildings, lots of stairs and steps, people wandering to and fro, a market that's closing up because it's starting to get dark, towers and hustle and bustle. So it looks like definitely the city was massive at one point, and there's entire sections of it that are just still ruins and not even used. But this place, this heart of the city, is definitely still used. That you have gone to. You are taken to the Protector's Enclave, which is the heart of the new Neverwinter city. You're taking Protector's Enclave. Now there's crowds and people and temples. You see a large tower. You see a huge dilapidated castle in the distance. Like it's off across this massive bridge over on a mountainside away from the city. It just looks like it stretches up, but a lot of the towers are tumbled and broken. You are taken past another smaller castle-looking thing, which has iconography of Tyr all over it. One of the gods of the humans. Looks like a prominent god of this city. Then you're taken to a fairly nice mansion, it looks like, a villa, kind of on the edges of the Protector's Enclave. And it's got a wall, it's got guards, like full plate mail-wearing guards with bardishes. Stolas and Rowe speak with them for a minute, and eventually they let you in. Going up into this place, it looks like it's what's serving as a council house or a court for whatever the leadership here is. Going into the villa,
You enter a chamber. It's got a large table. All the chairs are equal. There's no chair that's...
Sorry, hey, Admiral Ryder. Sorry, we took a little break.
Admiral Ryder.
Hey, Admiral Ryder. Welcome to the channel. There's a large table. All the chairs around it are equal. There's no, looks like a bigger chair or something prominent pointing people out. There's several people sitting at the chairs all discussing. Around this room as well are several settees and plush rugs, big thick fur rugs on the ground, some sitting chairs, and looks like a place of discussion and audience.
Cool.
Sitting at the table, there are about 6 people. One is standing next to his chair, and you are introduced to Lord Protector Dagult Never Emperor.
Jesus. So these names are just because you're writing them down?
Yeah.
I know, right?
Well, that's an easy one to look up. That's an actual in-lore name.
Daggletender. You're like, what the fuck? How do you spell Daggletender?
Lord Protector?
Dagult. Uh-huh. Lord Protector. He is not a king. He is the Lord Protector. Dagult Never Emperor. Amongst the table is also General Sabine of the Neverwinter Armies.
General Sabine.
And Mayor Soman Galt.
Mayor... I'm so sorry.
Soman.
What?
S-O-M-A-N.
Okay.
Galt. G-A-L-T.
G-A-L-T, okay.
There's a couple other people that seem to be lesser civil servants and the such.
Gotcha.
But the one that's also interesting is he stands up and introduces himself. He will not have someone else speak for him. A dwarf. A very impressive old dwarf in rich furs with a staff, a heavy, a staff this thick around that he's carrying. His thick fingers look like he's been carrying this staff for a long time.
Wow. Does his fingers actually go all the way around?
No, they do not.
It's just wow.
Okay. And he is Galdar Greybender, the thrice crowned.
Galdar Greybender.
The red drake was a drake. It's draconian.
Dragonkin. Yeah, it's Dragonkin.
Oh, Dragonkin, sorry. And then the leader of the werewolf hunters wasn't named that we found out.
No, you never really asked.
We just kept hitting him with stuff.
We just beat him up constantly.
I can't believe we finally killed that red-scaled son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, nice.
You're just tapping it with your little hammer for
I know.
days.
I just tap, tap-a-roo.
Tap, tap, tap.
Oh. I really did not like that bastard.
Did it down you twice or 3 times in this encounter?
In this encounter,
just twice.
Just twice.
But it did it once before.
So
yeah.
You've been down 3 times by this thing.
Yeah.
Or
this
that
thing
thing.
is just...
Now he's dead.
It's the greatest challenge is my name of Undaunted.
Yeah, that's going on your coin.
Okay, cool. Write that down, Yasa.
So
my coin just has that
a
really
quick
cool
thing.
shot at the end.
They, since they're the clan of wealth and they're the clan that actually does the minting for all the coins in Time Ether, each of them have a coin that has their name on it, specifically molded for them when they are given their name when they come back and join the clan for real. And the coins in Time Ether for Dragonborn are scale shaped, so they're called scales. But it's got his name at the top of it, and then they start inscribing deeds on them. So throughout their lives, these coins will fill up with a whole bunch of deeds.
And then we pull one of our own scales out and replace it with our coin for our particular coin.
So they're never down to... They never lose their last scale, is what it says. You're never broke as a Goldath. You're never poor. And there's a whole thing behind their scales. If they give it to someone, it's a huge thing, a huge deal. It's basically saying a life debt type of thing. And almost any Goldath will try to pay that debt off. So even if another Goldath comes along, he'll do whatever it takes to get that scale back into the clan and repay that debt. If it gets stolen, it means a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But once they pass away, once they die, there's 100 different scales in rotation at the mint.
they'll take the oldest scale and knock that mold off and put the newly passed scale into the rotation. So when you're getting money in Timanther or from the Dragonborn at all, your coins tell the story of the last 100 Goldath to have passed away.
Yeah.
Looks like to pass away and your coin goes into rotation. And it's like, took a really hot bath once. Like, lost at checkers a lot. Like, no.
I love.
They mint a lot of the coins, so there's only 100 molds at any one time, and they make thousands of coins.
Think about also like you get a quarter every year, even though it looks the same. We have to say quarters.
100 different patterns on our coins
per.
If they have a war and like 200 Goldath die, first off, the clan's probably not recovering from that. But they'll probably just spend like a week on each mold.
And that would mark a different generation. It's symbolic. I really like it. You should too.
Stolas speaks of what happened at the gate. That a drake came down upon the city and assaulted them in broad daylight. Assaulted you, trying to prevent your entrance into the city. This and that. Daggle, Sabine looks over at you skeptically. Like, what are you bringing to our city? Daggle seems to stew on it for a while, and it almost looks like he's angry at first, and then he kind of he paces it out. Seems to talk it through in his head, and before he addresses you, doesn't just go off hot-headed.
While he's like giving us the look, I give a little bit of a look too, and I say, "By the way, I saw you got that white one. That was an excellent shot." Sorry. And then I go back to the.
Right. So he turns and says, "So, what dangers are you trying to bring into my city?"
I think that was the last of them, damn it.
If we are lucky.
I was reading what Gio was saying.
I was like, what are you looking at? You're the boss.
Yeah. Although we were followed by dragon people.
It's true, and
cultists and all that.
We brought a werewolf with us.
It's a fair question.
And we look like dragons.
We got here and a dragon attacked the city walls. Wait, what? Why are we letting you in here?
That's true too.
Yeah,
Tiamat doesn't like us anymore, or didn't ever like us.
She wants to destroy your kingdom.
I'm trying to be good,
and specifically trying to stop you from saving it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm hurt. I'm gonna leave the talking to our human expert and our Lord.
Oh, the human expert.
Look at all these this damage.
I was watching you do that. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Whatever dangers we may bring to your city, we just ended outside of your city.
In spectacular fashion.
The wearers of purple are. The wearers of purple are a most troublesome foe. They poke and writhe in all the corners of Farron. You think you've taken care of all of your problems when it's them on your trail?
Your question was what dangers do we bring to your city, but it sounds like we found the dangers here in your city. We are merely on a quest for information. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Very underhanded of you.
I'm going to say in Draconic. Let's not forget, we're here to look for Volzundrel.
That's English.
Oh shit!
Yeah, well,
I do say a proper name, don't I?
But you do say a proper name,
That's
and
funny. Am I winking with the wrong eye? Yeah, it's the wrong eye.
Volzundrel.
Greybender is like, what's that?
I look for like any kind of look of approval from Savroth.
I roll my eyes and give him.
I like how he's like, I'll leave it
This
talk.
guy. This
blah,
guy.
blah, 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 blah.
Right?
I'll
I'll let them talk,
Purple
but then I
dragon.
will talk.
I'll let them talk right after this.
We are envoys from Timathur to on a holy envoy given to us by the Platinum Dragon Bahamut to seek the smith of Morden's weapons, Volzodril. And we have been harried by many of those who would stop us in this quest along the way. Most of them now dead on your doorsteps.
The Godforge. That's what you seek. And what do you have that you think requires such a forge?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. My lord.
He's reaching for the bag.
I was gonna be like, we want to mint scales in greater number.
We have an artifact of ours that.
Show him it.
It's so cool.
I go back to being looking orderly.
All right. Well, what do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah.
He's like, I mull it over for a week and answer next time.
He's called it out now. Like the dwarf and just about everyone in the room is looking at you, since it seems that he has pointed out that you're carrying some artifact.
Water.
This is what Rufus does. He just is like, oh, he's carrying some in his bag. You guys should look at it. And I'm like, well, fuck me.
I'm glad it's him this time. I remember we played Rifts the first time, and it was like
You were the loud
My
mouth.
hindrance was loud mouth. I'm
A
like,
big mouth, yeah.
we're looking for something specific that you have at your farm. You're like, what? Oh, damn it!
No, the crappy barbecue is what happened to Rofros.
Yeah.
He got barbecued twice by the Drake.
He was flame weaponed to death. No, he got chewed once and then flame weaponed to death another time.
Yeah. The Drake specifically targeted him with the flame weapon.
He got
not
chewed
just...
up, thrown out. He was dead. We healed him. He came back to
flame
life.
breath.
He hit it again, and it flame weapon killed him. We brought him back to life again, and he just kind of basically stood in one spot, kept hitting, dying. It was pretty
all eyes are on
glorious.
you.
I'm not feeling so good.
It was pretty glorious.
So anyways, yes, we are carrying an artifact that we've been told can only be forged. I don't remember what the hell we were told, but
Only be forged by the Godforge.
that.
Well, don't tell him. We don't need
Vol.
specifics yet.
Well, he's already said the name of the.
I'm just saying
the
we don't
forge.
need to be like, we need to quench it. We need to heal
Oh,
it.
yeah,
We
I
need to
don't know.
pull it.
Quench it.
Yeah.
Pull it, pop it, twist it.
And this
Consecrate it.
Load it.
This
aim
is
it.
very important to
Read it.
our quest that we are on.
An artifact that needs to be smithed in the Godforge.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look at this.
Oh, good.
I would say in Dragonese. What is it? Draconic? Sorry,
Dragon.
Dragonese.
Dragonese.
Perhaps we should show him something that's not the actual artifact.
I snarl at the suggestion, but say nothing.
What the hell else do you think you're gonna
Oh, we have a beside.
You have metal bars. You can just put on like copper and silver bars, like your trade bars. It's this.
really
it's
stupid.
totally magical.
I know that's a bad thing. I mean,
I
pull your scale off and say something underhanded.
will say, like, my lord, such in Draconic, my lord, such dishonesty is not befitting of such a court.
But we do not know if we can trust these people.
Okay,
So
at this
he's
point,
like, show us the thing, and we're all like,
You pull it out.
I
All right.
Rabble,
just pull it out. Rofer's already kind of like led us down this path, so.
So, did you guys watch The Hobbit? when they show the dwarves of the mountain, they find the whatever that stone, that gem is
Mithril?
called. No, the gem, the king gem or whatever it is.
Oh, you mean the new Hobbit?
Yeah. It's what they were after in the book as well,
I
but
was
there's like the main
saying,
gem.
yes.
But they go crazy, you know, that the dwarven crazy eye over wealth and gems and stuff.
Archstone.
The Archstone,
that's
yeah.
the one, yeah.
So they go crazy. Like he looks at that thing and like you see that little like the covetous dwarven look come to his eye, and he's like,
Like, what? So for a second, he looks at it, and he takes that staff. It's like, and it rings out, and that starts ringing, like humming to the tune.
Put it back.
And then he lets go of the staff, and it just stays there, standing upright on its own. And he walks over. Says, "May I assess this? I promise that it'll return to your care."
Sure, I'm ignorantly trusting.
Okay, for those
Yes,
at
my
home,
lord.
what he is giving him is this large, it's a metal, like this long, like this big around, kind of pointed at one end, almost faceted.
I thought it was big enough for you to swing like a
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
But only this big.
well, this big to a Dragonborn.
Oh,
Him,
okay.
like,
That's what I thought. Because I remember you
Yeah,
were
like-
clubbing people.
yeah,
with
he
it
was
originally.
grabbing this thing like it's a piece of metal, like this big. It looks like platinum, and reacts and is as strong as adamantium.
And we took it from.
We call it
Adamantine.
Platinum.
and we took it from
Platinum.
the. What was that spike thing called? The giant thing we
stalactite.
No,
No, the pinion.
the pinion.
Oh yeah, the
We took
pinion.
it.
Yeah.
So
After
you
she
hand it
was.
to him.
Yes.
So he takes it.
You don't look at me. Like I gave it to him. Yeah, I saw you do that.
No, player knowledge is like, this is not a great idea, but my
I know,
character
your
is like, I'm
character
still
is-
kind of ignorant to this world.
Light
I'm just
as an
like,
owl.
why would this guy like...
He walks it over to the staff, still standing and ringing, and like kind of walks around the staff, turning and twisting this thing in all manner. Hands it back to you. Actually, he pulls out his like personal monogrammed handkerchief and wipes all of his fingerprints off of this thing first.
Gross.
Like, just all of his hand oils and everything, gets it like nice and sheened back again and hands it back to you.
You put all your hand oils back on it.
It's meant for our
You're like,
hands.
He goes, he
we
puts
just
that
got
away.
out of a battle. I don't
That's
know
all
how
covered in
you're
blood
feeling
and
right
guts.
now.
He puts
but-
that away. He reaches over, and the staff kind of like and just kind of goes to his hand.
Ooh. I say
He's
it's
like-
Gosh.
He goes,
It sounds the same, oddly. Ooh.
if anything is worthy of rediscovering and rekindling the Godforge, I say you have found it.
Yeah.
Gauntlgrim will help you in this quest.
I'm sorry. Who?
Goggle Grim.
You... who... What's the intelligences around here?
I'm 10.
I'm
said-
done. I'm done.
I'm average.
I'm not terrible.
Average. My intelligence?
Do you
Yeah.
want to just have us all
18?
make some sort
No.
of check here?
Your intelligence... Oh, because you're an arcane trickster.
Yeah.
You
I
recall,
was like,
you
I'm smart as
distinctly
shit.
recall the three scholars when they told you to come to Neverwinter to find out about this forge instead of going to
These people.
instead of going to the book place,
Don't go to
Candlekeep. Instead of going to Candlekeep,
Go to-
they told you to.
Yeah.
Dingle drop.
They told you to go to Neverwinter, and part of it was because Gauntlgrim
Oh,
had just been rediscovered, which was the ancient Dwarven capital
Oh.
of all of the nations up here.
Good memory.
Yes.
Yes.
I
So-
say to specifically Zero Nax or not Mitch.
That's it. I thought you were
Right?
saying
Specifically.
So,
I thought you were saying that to him, like, good memory guy running the game.
and it told us all this stuff. So-
Zero next skinnies, obviously. I say specifically to Xerinax and not to Mitch.
So, yes, he says, Gauntlgrim will aid you in this quest, which you learn that Galdir Greybender is here specifically from Gauntlgrim as their speaker, as he is trying to make liaisons with the city. He's an ambassador, essentially.
Which is fantastic.
He has
Does
big,
he do the...
yeah, he does the full.
Because he's a dwarf. I
He's a
imagine
dwarf.
he'd be like...
He gets the full grip in there, and his grip is
Toy! Sausages of fingers.
You're surprisingly strong for a small one.
Yeah.
If I may address the court, you should know that we are probably still pursued by these agents of Tiamat, and we are grateful on behalf of our Lord is grateful for this assistance, but you should know that the city could be in danger for aiding us.
Did you bring any dangers here?
No.
Don't worry about that. We came here for this. But now that we talked about this, definitely dangers are coming.
Well, Greybender turns towards Neverember and says,
"Okay."
And Greybender turns to Neverember and says,
forgetting I'm the human
I spawn. If they are to undertake this quest, there is more to be done in this city. I will sponsor them on this endeavor.
Who said that?
Greybender said it to Neverember. Neverember says, this city has been refounded on heroes, and I think I know where their path is leading them next. So I also endorse this endeavor. And that's when you get told what the next step is. Greybender says that no one knows where the Godforge lays now.
Oh.
But inside Castle Never, there is a entire section of the castle that was devoted just to embassies for all of the allies of Neverwinter. In this, they had specific sections that were to their long-standing allies, and the Dwarven embassy inside Castle Never had a map stained into the floor, into the marble floor of all of the kingdoms of dwarves.
Whoa. When's the last time anyone has seen this map?
Well, the last time anyone went into Castle Never and survived.
I looked dumbly to Yasa.
Yasa's like, Castle Never has fallen and not quite recovered. There are many evils that lurk in it, and those that would try to take it for their own. I think there's a beholder in there somewhere.
Oh, what?
And a living dungeon that turns into a maze to trap people forever.
That's ridiculous.
Sounds like a challenge.
Really?
And Sabine, General Sabine, is like, she speaks the truth, at least from what reports we can get from survivors that come out of the towers.
Oh shit!
And Greybender says, but it seems you are fated. If you want to find the Godforge, it is upon that floor that we will locate its resting place.
Seems we have no choice.
We do it for our lands. My lord.
He is one with the chairs. There's like attendees and hangers-on all throughout this chamber. He motions over to some dwarves that are in a corner, and this female dwarf comes up, and he speaks to her in Dwarvish. Does anyone speak Dwarvish?
No.
I don't think so.
What's a dwarf? Humans are
Yeah,
tiny.
right. I was gonna say I speak nothing, which is weird for me.
So he says something to her in Dwarvish, and she goes over, and there's this big pack on the ground, and she starts sifting through it, and she pulls up this fairly ornate wooden carved scroll case, and brings it back to him, and he grabs it. He uncaps one end and pulls out this large blank canvas. And he says, if you lay this upon the floor, it will transcribe the entirety of the map onto itself.
Ooh.
He rolls it back up.
Can you?
Away.
Yeah, I was gonna say, could you keep care of that?
Yeah, you got
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in there.
I actually don't have the pack of holding in this game.
What's
Nobody trusts me after Easter Rock.
I trust you.
No, I know. I'm just joking.
You've been tried and true, Mr. Road. What is Oh shit. Sorry. What is Damn. I have so many stupid notes in this. Say what is Sacia? How's she reacting to this? Is she with us?
Yeah, you kept she was a part of the attack, so she's with you, but she's trying to be very small and quiet in the back because it's not many cities that want to lick and throw.
Yeah,
wandering around.
So while the important people are talking, I'm gonna go to Sacia. Should we? Do you need it? Would you like us to ask you for passage for?
No, I'll be. Seems that you've settled everything out here. I'll be leaving as soon as I can tomorrow morning. I thank you for bringing me here.
Before everything went black, I saw you slice that drake. Thank you for the help.
I did what I could. Thank you for taking out those hunters.
Hey.
This is the phase of the stream where Robert and Wiley always hit on each other.
Yeah. So November states that you'll want to prepare before making a foray into Castle Never.
We're gonna dungeon dive, guys.
Yes,
Remember the last time we did a dungeon dive and we all died?
So
that's like his next plan. He's like, let's see if we can beat this Drake and these hunters and this. Fuck you. It's going to a dungeon. It's a living dungeon.
You're going to want to, research. You're going to want to gear up, heal up, prepare. Neverember says, please stay in Protector's Enclave. We will alert the guards to be on the watch for wearers of purple. If you need anything, the Tower of Knowledge, my own court, and the Speaker of Gauntlgrim are at your disposal.
I look over to Saproth and I say in Draconic, do you remember when they said that there's land in the city to be claimed? You should probably say something diplomatic. And
Did they say that?
Yeah, Cecia had said something on the way up, but basically you saw the ruins. They let anyone go and settle there if you have the cojones to take and keep a plot of land and make work out of it, then you're welcome in the city type thing. But
they created trade out.
He's specifically telling you to kind of stay in Protector's Enclave, not go out to the ruins.
Yeah,
stay in the civilized part of the city.
Well, but I'm basically nudging to Saproth, like, hey, we should be diplomatically friendly with these people for the time being.
Sure, that's fine. But right now, I think our main thing is we need somewhere to rest, and that's not trying to stake claim to land right now.
Yes, my lord.
I think on the way back, that's a good idea, though, because we should be establishing trade routes and making friends and things like that. So that's actually not a bad idea.
Not a bad thing to do.
No, it's not.
You're just tired, I think.
No, we're all pretty tired.
It's not pertinent right now.
Yeah.
Like, we'll get there, but let's see if we come out of this tower first.
Oh, Lord,
all right.
We're dead.
I think the most important decision of the night is upon you. Which tavern to go into?
Damn.
All right.
What are our choices?
Your choices are...
You write this down.
The Driftwood Tavern, the Beached Leviathan.
Wait.
That one.
Driftwood Tavern, the Beached Leviathan, the Fallen Tower, or the Copper Sword.
Ooh.
Beached Leviathan.
I do like that one. That was my favorite until I heard the
How
Copper
could you
Sword.
not do the Beached Leviathan?
The Beached Leviathan?
The Copper
Are you heading
Sword
down?
was a taunt because I'm copper colored.
Copper slab?
Yeah.
Alright, so you go to the Beached Leviathan?
That sounds
Can we
like
play some tavern music?
We
just
have music
before
this session.
Yeah. So the Beached Leviathan, I'm not going to get all into it. We're going to cut here in a second.
But the Beach Leviathan, you go down to the dockside that is right off Protector's Enclave, like down the steps to where the old docks used to be. And there is literally a broken ship that has been washed up backwards onto the shore that has been rebuilt into an inn.
Cool.
So you enter the back of the ship in a door that they've cut out at the bottom into the hold, and that's the bar. Then the hold, or it's the below decks, and then the hold are the rooms, and then the upper deck is
Like a little plaza.
yeah.
Did
Dayton die?
Only for a second.
Day 2.
Only for a
I went
split second.
unconscious for a minute.
But yeah, it is literally an old pirate ship that has been beached, run by the captain that used to sail it in this city.
I'm joking there somewhere, but I missed it.
All right, well, thanks for everyone for watching. Thank you, Geo Stellar, and thank you, Admiral Ryder,
And Minders joining us.
and Minders.
Oh, is that Minders?
Minders.
It's a different Minders.
It's a totally different Minders.
Oh.
This is other Mindy.
Who's this other Mindy?
I remember Mindy is the guy that came in last week.
Who was it?
Oh,
Hitting on everybody.
Is
All
that
right.
a beer in your pocket?
So next week they're going to see what the Beached Leviathan has to offer them, and they're going to start learning about Neverwinter and Castle Never
Yeah.
for their inevitable dungeon delve.
Oh, it's gonna be oh man.
Remember, most likely not next week.
Oh, not next week. What's
Sorry.
going on next week?
It's Halloween.
As
Halloween,
we're gonna
that's
haunt
right.
this
I'm
dungeon.
probably going to end up working late, and then there's stuff going on.
Okay,
afterwards,
so
unfortunately.
scratch
Sorry.
that,
Oh,
everybody.
So it's terrible every time.
Not next week because it's Halloween. So the week after that.
Not next week, because Mitch again.
What? Last time was Robert.
I thought I was gonna be with
I was
my,
like, fuck you.
I thought I was gonna be with my boy this Halloween. If you guys want an extra to
And you even
sort
have
of
this
Halloween
Halloween
function. I don't
D6
have a
out and
costume.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to
This
be at
is
work probably late, and then afterwards, Mark and I are going to go downtown for a bit.
All right.
Is this Halloween?
Is this Halloween? Well, good night. Well, good night. Well, good night. Well, good night.
Robert, take us out.
Hey everybody! Thanks for watching. This is quite. Who are you, Jew Stiller? No, wouldn't that be
these are
fun?
actually.
Yeah, if you
viewers.
believe it, people actually spend time to watch this. I don't know why, but we're very grateful, and thank you so much all for watching. I guess we'll see you the Wednesday following Halloween Wednesday, and
I think it's
let's just see a dungeon delve. Gosh, we finally made it in Neverwinter. I can't believe it.
I bet it's going to be an entire session of you just gathering information and preparing.
Yeah, asking the wrong people the wrong questions.
wrong leads.
It'll be fun.
We'll get into a bar fight.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Yeah, we will. Bye.
Bye.